What the hell did I watch?
I have no fucking clue, man.
It was all
There,
in Arabic. I'm like, what is going on?
you might have watched the Ubisoft stream that was in Arabic.
Were
Hey,
you
look,
watching the
man, you're
Arabic?
here.
That is the official story
Were you
stream
watching
channel.
the
Genesis, you're
Arabic?
here, right? I see you.
Am I here? Hang on.
I see you. What did you fucking say? Oh, client broke and then walked away?
Well, no, I reloaded it and I was waiting for it to load in the meantime.
Yeah, you're here.
Yeah.
Then where are you?
Yeah, we're inside.
Not in Minecraft at the moment.
Okay, I'm just gonna assume you'll join later and it'll work perfectly. And if it doesn't, you'll keep trying until it works. Okay?
Yeah, yeah, oh yeah.
148, correct?
Yes, I'm already
All right.
live.
Alrighty here.
I'm waiting on everybody.
Sorry about that. Sorry.
No,
about that.
it's okay. Hey, who am I?
Stop.
Who am I?
Yeah, who am I?
You're Destinoto.
Destinoto.
Okay.
What do I win?
Why did you answer him, but not whatever? Whatever.
No,
These people suck.
not right now. Okay. That's fine.
How about right now?
Yeah, right now. All right, everybody,
all right,
welcome to another episode of Crafting a Chat. Boy, oh boy, it's been a busy gaming week. It's been a busy 2 or 3 gaming weeks, actually, non-stop. We are joined by the usual cast. Adam. Yes.
Daddy's here! Yes!
Daddy is here. Kevin. Destinoto. Adam. Destinoto again. And Adam. And
What the what?
who was that last guy? Oh yeah, Genesis, myself.
Oh, Kevin, I'll
Gentlemen.
teleport you here.
How we all feeling on this Tuesday evening? What's going on with everybody? How we all doing?
I just had some mangoes.
Oh, that's good.
I'm probably gonna get more.
Okay. All right, Kevin, how you feeling? How you doing?
Oh, we're doing pretty good. Got an
Uh-huh.
action-packed topic. It's not action-packed at all, but it's going to be Kevin ranting like crazy, so look forward
Okay.
to that.
Adam?
Oh,
I am looking forward to that. I'm doing good. I'm alive. I'm well.
That's good. That's
I'm
always
glad
a
all
good
my
thing.
friends respect my time. And that's all
a
I have to
mango
say.
day is a good day.
A mango a day is a good day, and Destinoto has probably eaten like 6 at this point, so he's having a fucking flamboyant, fantastic, fun-filled day, Daddy.
All right, like we normally start the show, gentlemen, what did we all do last week besides pay attention to all this gaming news that
I
happened?
want to go first this time.
Please, go
Kevin.
right ahead, Adam.
Huh?
Oh, never mind. So last week I complained very heavily about Gas Station Simulator, and how it was broken. And I want to say that the devs watch us, because literally the next day, Gas Station Simulator updated and it fixed every single issue I had. So every
Wow.
glitch that was affecting my game, all 4 major bugs that I talked about, were addressed in the patch. Literally the next Wednesday.
Nice, alright.
Which
Gas
was
station
free.
devs.
Influence.
Thank you for watching us.
Yeah, it was pretty cool. So I played a little bit of that. I played like, I don't know, maybe 10 more hours of it, and I went up 1 level, so I got 2 more levels to go. In order to go up the next level, I have to do 3,000 actions, and that means I have to pump gas either 3,000 times, and I have to cash out people, or I have to fix cars and all that
Sweep
crap.
the
So
floor.
sweeping the floor does not count until you do a certain
Wow.
amount. So it's a whole thing. So yeah, I played a little bit of that. Honestly, still having fun enough with it. I really wish the car wash and airport DLC would come to consoles, but it doesn't look like that's coming for maybe end of the year. It might come, if that, which would help me rank up faster. But so far, It's just going to be a slow go. It's probably going to be another 20, 30 hours before I get the platinum. But I'm literally only those trophies away. And then I played a little bit of Minecraft earlier today, just for like an hour, not long. Just building something that we'll probably see later, not important. And then I downloaded an app and on my Google Play Store, and it was like, hey, download SimCity. And I was like, you know what? I'm going to download SimCity on my phone. Let me see how terrible that is. I played it for about 45 seconds, and then I deleted it because it wouldn't progress. It was like, do this thing, and I did the thing, and then it was like, do it again. And then it was like, you don't have access. And I'm like, okay, goodbye. So that's gone. And then I watched a movie. Called Hereditary. Have you seen that? Has anybody seen that?
Oh, let me see.
It's got Toni Collette, Gabriel Byrne, Alex Wolff, I think is the son's name, and then a little girl. I don't remember her name. I think it's supposed to be like a horror movie. I jumped at one point towards the end, but other than that, I just thought it was creepy, and I thought it was like really well acted. It felt more like a drama. It is so weird. It is one of the weirdest films I've seen. In like moment to moment, like scenes. Also, like the ending is wild. Warning for anybody: all of a sudden, a penis shows up. A man fully nude, and you see his pork sausage and fucking melons and stuff. Not melon. Pick whatever you want to pick. You see him show up at the end. That was weird, but overall, really good. I liked it a lot. Genesis left. Don't know what that's about. Doesn't look like he's really here reacting to it, so not quite sure what's going on there. Oh, he's playing Five Nights at Freddy's VR Help Wanted. What's going on, Genesis? All right. Well, I might have watched something else, but I don't really remember, so it probably wasn't that important. Who wants to go next?
Well, I will say, I think I watched this movie, but I don't, I feel like I fell asleep at some point or something. Something happened, and I don't really remember it too well, but Toni Collette is a very, very good actress.
Oh, she is so good in that. And there's a point where she's processing grief, I'll say, and she's like crying and screaming, and it is like so upsetting.
Yeah.
And I'm like, I'm horrified, but not in the way I expect it to be.
Yeah, she's absolutely incredible.
Yeah. The whole movie is like just these actors doing their thing. And it's pretty wild. Genesis now Genesis is back in Minecraft.
No, I don't know what's going on. I was talking and I'm like, what the hell's happening? Nothing worked for a minute there. Either internet died and came back, or I don't know what happened. So I got to restart the stupid. I could probably use the same one. I think. Hang on, I got to restart the stream. The stream crashed and everything just died.
Oh, okay. Oh.
Damn.
So I'm sorry. I don't know what happened. I apologize.
No,
keep going, guys.
Yeah. No, it's a weird movie, and I liked it a lot.
What is going on?
So.
Destinoto, can you check the next room and make sure that nobody's trying to be on my profile doing something?
You were playing Five Nights at Freddy's VR for a second.
Yeah, that's what's going on. I think that's what's happening.
Okay, that's why I was like, why are you playing that?
Yeah, no, something's going on here where it's not supposed to be doing that, but I don't know. Okay, I should be joining back in. I'm sorry, guys. Again, I apologize.
No, it's not your fault. There you go. You're good. You're good. Kevin missed you. He cried for a bit.
Sorry, Kevin. Sorry, Daddy. I apologize.
I didn't do shit. Get back in your chair.
He's already sitting.
Right. I'm not paying attention.
Kevin, don't be a dick. All right, you You're a good guy. Continue what you're doing.
I'm not a good guy. Turned over
He's
a
not
new
a good
leaf,
guy?
became a bad guy.
Oh, really?
Yeah, it
Someone
was
just
Leon.
took a
He
toothbrush to
was
their
trying to
microphone.
just check what VR games you had on your account, but I told
Yeah,
him to do it later. So.
yeah, check it later. Yeah, exactly.
How
Check it
much
later,
later,
please.
guys? Tell him to do it tomorrow. It's
Or
Tuesday.
no,
Literally
oh yeah, I
one
told
day.
him tomorrow.
There's literally one day you can't do that. And this fucker chose to do that. Not this fucker. I know he's a child. I don't want to say that. But, like, you know what I mean. You know what I mean. He's a good kid.
He's a good kid. He's a good kid.
Yeah, I don't know.
He's
I
not
just
a
want to
bad
make.
kid.
I just got to drop the personality for a second because I did not mean to call him this fucker. He's a good kid. He's a good kid. I went to the movies with him once. He wasn't annoying. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Genesis kids, they'd be annoying in a movie right now. You can tell. You could
Right
tell.
now, yeah, sure, but later, you know. Who
But
knows?
Nanya, she might be annoying.
Mm-hmm.
Anubis,
I like how you.
probably annoying. Well, you don't use your name. Why would I use your name? You know what I mean? I gotta be honest. I'm pretty sure the second one is called Anubis at this
I
point.
like how he went with Banana for the first one.
You know why?
I know.
I sang that earlier today.
Banana. Speaking of which.
Wow.
Anyway, I'm sorry,
What
guys.
a
Keep
terrible
going.
voice. I'm just kidding. That wasn't actually that bad. All right. Who's next?
Desinoto went. You went, right?
Desinoto did not go.
Oh, I'm
He's
sorry.
just
Desinoto.
responding
Go
to
ahead.
the movie I watched.
Got it. Desinoto, you're up.
Okay. Well, I actually forgot about one show that I watched last week, and I don't know how I forgot. The show was really good, and it's a similar type of show to Chernobyl.
Oh.
Yeah. Pretty. I think it was pretty well directed, well acted. It's a Korean show called The Days. No, actually, wait. It's a Japanese show,
Oh, it's
I
about
believe.
that. The nuke.
It's about their nuclear thing
Yeah.
that happened. It wasn't like a whole ass meltdown like Chernobyl was, but it was a pretty bad disaster
Yeah. Is it about the
that
old
could have.
people?
Um,
Because I know, like, a big news story after that was a bunch of old people were like, "Hey, we'll help clean it up because we don't have a lot of time left, anyways."
oh yeah, it's because like, oh my God, dude. I don't know if it's the show or the Japanese people as a whole. They're so like dutiful and loyal
They
and
are.
like they
You
Japanese
played
people
care
Ghost
know.
of
so
Tsushima?
much.
Yeah, Japanese people and.
Honor,
Not
my
yet.
guy, honor.
No, but like that show like
Did you
showcases
play
it
Ghost of
so
Tsushima?
Hey,
damn
Japan
much.
recognizes that game. All right, that's
Oh
all
my
I'm saying.
God.
Japan
Okay,
says
so
yes. We are like this.
I know the incident should be Fukushima. It sounds like. What's
Yeah.
the show called?
The days.
The Days.
Oh, just the
It's
days. Okay.
on Netflix.
Yeah, it's a mini series
I
as
love
well.
how uncertain you are about everything you're talking
I know.
about.
I'm like. Meanwhile, I'm like, it's the days. It's a mini series. I knew it was on Netflix. What else would it be on? Like, you know what I mean? I've
Yeah,
already
the
looked it up.
days.
I've already looked at the actors. What else they've been in? I recognize some of them.
Yeah, oh my God, dude.
I'll have to watch it.
Damn. It is a really, really well told show.
Might be a good
Like,
recommendation for Kevin if we do the wheel.
yeah, I mean for you and Kevin probably because you said you like
Oh,
Chernobyl too, right?
I haven't watched Chernobyl except
Oh,
like I've seen every scene from Chernobyl, just not in episode order.
I've watched it. I've watched it 3 times.
yeah.
Yeah, Kevin watched it 3 times.
It is wow. The people in that show are so fucking different than the people in Chernobyl with how they like um how they act, not like in the TV show, but act as people and how they portray themselves as a society. It's
Hmm.
so different. Oh my God. Everybody just loves their country and wants to work together, and they don't care if they fucking die, they don't care if they get disease, they're just gonna do the work and make sure the younger generation lives longer than they do.
Yeah, they really stepped up.
It's
Hmm.
insane.
Sounds like a good country.
For all the fucking virgins, you know what I mean? Japan has a sex problem. I've seen the documentaries. I've also seen the documentary of that event. Also, that's the
Yeah,
reason
it's
Gilbert Gottfried got fired from doing the Aflac duck. Fun fact.
oh. Huh.
Because he caused it?
No. Damn, Kevin. No. No, he tweeted
Caused
about
the
it.
incident?
No, he tweeted about it and was like, I guess Godzilla wasn't the worst thing to happen to
Oh
Japan.
my
Or he
God.
said something like it wasn't as bad as the last time. Or something like really
Yikes.
insensitive, literally the day of.
Yeah,
And people were like, what the fuck, man? And then he got fired and
like
then they hired an impressionist to do it, so nobody noticed.
oh.
Now he's dead.
Nice,
Like
nice.
that crisis just never. Well, I'm not gonna say too much about the show. If you don't know like the backstory of the incident,
It,
it's really
it's
I went
bad.
in like super blind,
It's
and I was
yeah.
like, oh my
It's
God.
one thing after another. That's all I'll say.
Yeah,
Because that's
it
yeah.
just kept
Yeah.
fucking going.
It's not
Hmm.
good. It's
Yeah,
not
it's
good at
really
all.
really bad, and it's still bad probably for another like I don't know like 4 or 5 decades. I think they said.
Yeah. Yeah, it's not good.
Because it happened in
2011.
yeah 2011, so not even that far back. Like
The,
I feel like I didn't even know what happened.
the only reason I remember the year is because that Motorstorm Apocalypse was delayed because of it.
Oh,
Because
hmm.
it was going to release like the month of it. And
Man, when are
then
we gonna get
Sony was
Yeah,
another
like,
Motorstorm game?
we got to delay it because it's insensitive. And then nobody bought it. Not because it was delayed, because Motorstorm just was dying at that point.
yeah.
I would love another Motorstorm.
I would love another Motorstorm as well.
But damn, what a great show.
Cool.
I watched that, and then this week I watched the show Siren. It's another Korean reality show, like competition, similar to Physical 100 in that sense, but not really as like action packed and like exciting to
Is that the
watch. I
Island
feel
show
like,
you were watching last week as well?
yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I watched like an episode or two last week, and I finished it this week.
Because all females, right?
Pretty, yeah. I mean, yeah, it's all female cast, not
Hmm.
cast, but like participants.
Hmm.
Um,
Like
but it
firefighters and
was
stuff, if I
Yeah,
remember.
Hmm.
firefighters, policewomen, athletes, stunt women, and bodyguards.
Hmm.
And the show itself was decent. I feel like the people were kind of dumb, like making decisions wise, because certain things happen. And I'm like, are you really not going to help your teammate here? You're just going to sit there and then get caught yourself, or like stupid stuff like that happened a bunch of times, and I was like, okay, I don't know. Show was okay as a whole. I mean. But also, they ended on this weird ass cliffhanger, even though I felt like a one season type of deal, but I guess it's not, and there's another season coming at some point.
Mm.
Because it ended with, like, the team that won, but then they just told them to run in some direction, and then the show ended.
Go run straight. End of the show.
That's literally what happened. They just said go, and they ran in some direction, and then the show just done.
Guys, you're gonna run and we're gonna cut to credits. Run as fast as you can in one direction.
So that was a little weird. Um, But yeah, not as exciting as Physical 100. I feel like that was much more fun to watch. Um, pretty much throughout the whole show too. Hope that comes back for another season. Um, What else? Played some RE4. Um, I was doing a run with no healing, no merchant, and handgun knives only, but I figured it's gonna take way too long to do all three, so I gave up on the no healing because I'm pretty much like running through the whole game on yellow health and never healing. So that was a little tough. So I gave that part up, but I'm doing the other two things, which is the no merchant and knives and handguns only. Then I will do another run with no healing at some point, just to get those couple trophies. Then there's a few more that I have to do. Standard run, get S plus. Hardcore, get S plus, and then I think that's the only other. There's only like a handful of trophies left, if I'm not mistaken here. 33 out of 40.
Nice. So you're about 6 trophies away from the platinum.
Yeah, so I have the one that's Gun Fanatic, that's obtain all weapons. I already had that, I just didn't trigger the thing in game to get the trophy. And there's standard on S plus, hardcore S plus, and then 2 trophies I'll get at the end of this run, then 1 more trophy with another run, and then oh yeah, that's the platinum. Almost there. Yeah, pretty happy about that. I feel like I watched something else. Tom Hanks movie called The Circle on Max.
Oh, that garbage. The
It
Apple
was
company show
yeah,
movie.
pretty
Yeah.
much the Apple company meets Black Mirror and with Tom Hanks and the one girl, I forgot her name. She's the main actress. Um, she's in a bunch of things, but no. Yeah, movie was it was okay.
I'm a Watson.
Yeah, Emma Watson. She was good. She was good in the show. Tom Hanks was good. Being the pretty much being I don't know. Can we call him Steve Jobs?
Yeah, or Tim Cook. Either one.
Yeah, it's just like
Any kind of CEO, really.
yeah, a real visionary, one might say.
Yeah.
Pretty interesting movie about the technology stuff, though. Very Black Mirror-esque.
Black Mirror.
Because they pretty much advocate for like putting your true self out there, which essentially means having no privacy. And
That's the world we live
slowly,
in now.
well, they were going to the point where a few people volunteered to have their entire life broadcasted live
If
through
people were given the
cameras,
option of doing that, they would take it 110%.
I
like
feel like
wearing a
some people already do
camera.
that.
I don't know, but it's not 24 hours a day, 7 days a week.
Some of them.
Some of these influencers, they will do that. Like, they'll do like a sleeping stream, waking up stream, eating breakfast stream.
But
I'm
like
gonna go take a shower
continuous,
stream. I'm gonna eat. I'm
weeks
gonna
on
work out
end.
stream. Like, it's. I guess it's not to the extent of like, okay, here's all my privacy. They obviously, you know, cut
It's not
some
like,
pieces
here's
out.
my dick.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
But essentially, it's like, here's everything else but my dick.
Yeah. Well, the show was going over stuff like that,
Yeah.
and something really bad happened because people were getting. They had this one invention that could hunt, like pretty much hunt somebody down in under 10 minutes, no matter where they were in the world.
That's awesome.
With the help of everybody using their cameras and.
I think that was in Fast and Furious 8. Could be 7 though.
Yeah, they had something similar.
The Eye, I think it was called.
Yeah, the eye or whatever.
Sounds
And
like a thing in the real world right now. Actually, I wouldn't be surprised if that actually exists.
No.
I probably have it somewhere.
No.
Yeah, I'm sure that exists.
You think they would have an
Lockdown.
FBI most wanted list if they had that? Come on now.
Well, that's just for show, right?
Yeah, I think
All
it
right,
exists,
okay.
like,
We're not going into conspiracy. I just jumped out of my chair. We're not going into conspiracy theories right now. Because the thing I hate the most about conspiracy theories is everyone always talks about how stupid the government is, and then all of a sudden they're like, yeah, but what if they're actually super smart and intricate and connected all over the world? Fucking, they can't even fucking make a fucking sandwich half the time. Like, what are you
I mean,
talking about?
it is run by very old men who don't know what old men and women who don't know what a actual cell phone is, and they're scared of everything digital, and they just don't know what that.
Where they ask, what's 5G and how will it kill my kids? I've
Yes.
heard you can get the gay from the 5G. Is that what the
Right.
G stands for?
Okay.
Right. You are not wrong, Adam. You are not wrong.
I've seen the stupid
I'm
fucking
more-
conferences that they have.
I'm more like saying, okay, if that exists, either some military force in the world has it, and
That military
have not
force
seen
would be
it.
number one, and we wouldn't question them at all. I'm saying it's just
I
not
mean-
possible. It's not happening, my guy. It's not happening.
Okay. Anyway,
10
go
That
ahead.
was
years. 10
a
years.
interesting movie. I think that's mostly it. Did I talk about Demon Slayer last week?
You did.
Okay, well, I guess
I have not watched. Don't say anything. Don't say anything
kind of
if
caught
you've
up,
seen
I
it.
think, to the second to last episode. Second to
Okay,
most
I
recent
watched.
episode.
Yeah, I watched the one before this. I didn't watch the one that came out just this past Sunday. I didn't watch that one yet.
Yeah, so pretty good. Good
It's fantastic so far. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Okay.
I think that's about it. Oh, you know what? I thought I would include, I buy scale figures of my favorite characters from different media, like anime and games and stuff, here and there. Like I don't know, it ranges from every one.
He's got Saber from every single version of Fate, in every different size possible.
Well, I mainly buy 1/7 scale because that's mainly what they make them in. But there are a lot of different versions because of the Fate Grand Order game. And yeah, I do have a bunch of those. But I did get one just recently from based on a ship girl from the game called Azure Lane. And her name is Prinz Eugen. And yeah, I got her. She's very nice. Gave her a box, I think, just so there's enough space in there so that stuff doesn't get damaged. And I will drop a little link in the chat here. Or I guess I could just drop this picture. If you want to see.
Okay.
Yeah, pretty good. Got her ship parts around her, guns, cool stuff. Nice figure, very, very nice figure. Very expensive for a 1/7 because that's just how figure prices have been going up nowadays, and also depending on the manufacturer. This one's like one of the best manufacturers, but their prices have gone up a little bit, so there's that. But yeah, that's all. Figure of the some amount of time.
Mm. Okay, Kevin, what'd you do? Daddy? Daddy?
Alright, listen up. What I did, I played Diablo 4, I played Rot, I played Crab Champions, and I played Hue, but we'll talk about that later. And that's it.
Okay. Wow, okay, alright, cool. On to me. I played AI Somnium Files. I actually platinumed it. It is my 41st platinum.
You say
Good
41?
you, I'm proud.
41.
41. Let him have
41.
Did you say 41?
Yeah, 41.
41.
Yeah, it's my 41st.
I need time, guys. I gotta bounce.
I need time. Not the 40, 40, what, hold on. 42nd. It's my 41st.
All right, man.
I know how English works, okay? Don't worry about it. I know. I went to school.
Alright, your next game is Zero Escape the Nonary games, alright?
So, okay, I looked that up. Looks cool. I want to give it a shot. But
2 games in 1.
I started AI Somnium File Nirvana Initiative, so I loved the first game so much. I ended up buying the sequel, and I got the collector's edition of the sequel, and I was like, you know what? I'm going to start this. Sequel is not disappointing me at all so far. It's actually living past the original game, and I'm like, oh, wow, this is good. So, I don't know why it took me so long to play this, but AI Somnium File, listen, if you're into a detective type of game, or you just want to see something like
I gotta play that still.
crazy, funny, like just things going on the side of a murder, like, damn, you gotta pick up AI Somnium File. Really, really can't stop recommending that game. It's awesome. Nirvana Initiative, better graphics, better tweaks to gameplay, some quality of life changes they've made, and there's a dual protagonist story now in this one. Really messed up. Both games are extremely messed up so far. So, yeah, 41st Platinum. I am looking to probably do the same thing with Nirvana Initiative. I'm probably going to Platinum that one. 42nd Platinum at that point I'm going to try and get. But I don't know how much I'm going to do since Final Fantasy, 16 is about to drop. And I have the demo that I didn't even play yet, which all I hear is good things about the demo. So yeah, I don't think I did anything else, unfortunately. I really was working to platinum that game. It took me about like 25 hours to do it, so it's a short platinum. It's not too long. I think that was it. That's all. Other than that, that's all I got.
There's been a murder.
There was a murder.
There's been a murder. Sorry.
Kevin, would you like to go into your topic?
I would love to.
Kevin,
Please,
before
go right
you
ahead.
do that, I need you to hold on 1 second and fill time.
Alright, I'll fill time. I'm gonna fill time by starting out my topic.
No,
But
don't
not
do
my
that
actual
yet.
topic.
Don't do that yet. Just
I
fill
was gonna talk
time.
about the other games I played.
Oh, okay, yeah, do that, I guess.
There you go. Alright, like I said last week, I was gonna play Rot and Crab Champions. Alright, we're gonna start with Crab Champions. Boy, oh boy, it's a fun game.
Is that the one where you're playing as
faster.
crabs with knives and you're just trying to kill each other?
Guns,
No.
I think.
Oh, guns.
Guns. And there is multiplayer and stuff. I don't care about that. I'm just doing the roguelike single player. Very fun. A lot faster than Returnal. Not as much of a bullet hell as Returnal, but still very much about paying attention, listening. The sound design is very good.
Hey.
The sound design is very good. and positional audio is like almost spot on.
Oh, I like this color choice you made. That's
Very
awesome.
very good game. Didn't play a whole lot of it to like see what all can be unlocked and whatnot, but there are unlocks for sure. Really enjoyed it. Take a gander if you got a PC. So far, I don't think there's any plans to go on console. Sad.
Gandering.
Next game, Prot. Also PC. Who knows if that's coming to console? Probably not.
Gandering.
Prot is basically Quake with a Czechoslovakian, I believe, tone to everything. This game's hard in a good way. It's a very challenging FPS, but when you die, you're like, ah, damn it, I fucked up. It's not like, oh man, how are you supposed to kill all the enemies in this room? Or like, oh my god, I have no ammo. Like you have enough. It's not a lot, but you have enough. And if you die, it's on you. You fucked up. You did it wrong. Go freaking reload and try that again. Um, I beat the first level. Good size level. Really interesting mechanics in the game. Locked doors don't always have keys. Sometimes they're like electronically locked, and you have to find like the power, uh, like thing cabinet. I don't know what the hell you call it. Words are escaping me right now. There's like a little power thing that like powers the electronic lock, and you destroy it, and the door opens. Um, there's things in there that you can interact with that you shouldn't interact with. Found that out. Uh, I was like, oh, I'm gonna open up this thing that says high voltage, and I got zapped. And it's like, oh, okay, cool. We're gonna be this kind of game. Got it. I'm here for it. Secrets are really cool. They're gonna be tough to find. They're not really. Some of them are like a standard old school first person shooter secret. Others, not so much. So I'm really enjoying it. I think it's great. Um, I think the only criticism so far that I have, the first person perspective animation could be better on the guns. Like there is, other than sound, there's very little indication that you're like actually firing whatever weapon you're firing. Um, like even Quake, the original Quake, or Doom, had like the blowback of the weapon portrayed in some way, and this doesn't really do that. Um, but that's super
Blowback.
minor. Still plays good. And there you go. There's my two PC recommendations. Again, are they coming to console? Who knows? If they do, I recommend them there too.
Speaking of coming to console, boys,
Okay.
listen,
Okay.
listen, okay, listen. Adam's 70% bought in. I need y'all to convince Adam to get Phasmophobia when
Okay.
it comes, okay?
This man didn't read anything I said. I said I'm 70% bought in. I'm waiting to see how good it is on console. Because I don't want to play a broken game, alright? I know how excited you are for Phasmophobia, and you've been
Why?
talking about it a lot. It seems fun, and I'll play it. I just want to see what kind of game and how much it is and all that crap. And again, most likely I'll be in, whether it be day one or within the month. I'll say.
Mm.
So I'm 70% in as of now, since it's literally a year away.
Wait, it's a year away? It's August coming 2020.
Yeah, but that'll be delayed. I just don't trust it. Also, we
What?
getting PSVR too? We playing that in
Dude,
VR too?
listen, man.
We
Oh
we
God.
racing in GT7 and then playing that in VR too.
To not steal all of Kevin's time, I'm sorry, Kevin. I
Okay.
just God, that
Yeah,
game
I'm
in
the first
VR,
section, so.
it looks
What?
so.
Don't you have another section?
I said first.
Oh, okay. I was gonna
There
say.
you go.
That game will look so good in PSVR
Yeah.
too. I've seen it in VR. It is terrifying. It's horrifying.
But yeah, I'm
Oh my
down.
God.
I'm in.
We talk
I'm
about
just
the same game. Phasmophobia is shit.
yeah.
Phasmophobia.
That's what makes me concerned because you're the only one I've talked about saying how good it is, and other than streamers overreacting to things.
Phasmophobia is great. I've seen not like crazy streamers or anything like that play. I've just seen
Yeah, because all of
random
them
raw
stopped
gameplay.
after like the third day
Yeah, they
Well,
didn't.
because
The fad
because they
went away
never
real
released
quick.
content.
Yeah.
yeah,
So I'm hoping. I'm
I'm
hoping.
in it regardless because
Yeah.
that is awesome. Ghost hunting, I
Godspeed.
want to do that. I want to do it. So
Kevin, thank you.
100%.
Godspeed.
Kevin, say it to
Bad
me,
game.
not to him. He's gonna be
Godspeed.
fine. Thank you. Thank you. Is that it? Is that all you got?
That's all I got.
All right. Real quick announcement. I said I played Minecraft earlier. This is why. Welcome to Kevin's Corner. This is a room
Oh.
dedicated to just Kevin's topics because Kevin always brings in a topic. We don't have to go here every time, but I was like, hey, let's make a little room just for Kevin. It's his room. He can do whatever he wants. And the yellow. I hope you like the yellow. I included yellow
All
for you.
right. Yeah. All right.
So yeah,
Macaroni chair.
welcome
Let's
to
do it.
Kevin's Corner, both with a K.
He said macaroni chair.
It's like mosaic bamboo or some shit. I don't know, but it's yellow and so are the windows. But yeah, so welcome to Kevin's Corner.
Cool. All right,
Kevin's
Adam.
Corner.
Yeah, yeah.
Oh, hold on.
This is what you. Oh, he's got to come in now.
Oh man, he's coming in. All right. While he does that, Adam, are
Thank
you
you.
ready?
It's
Oh, I'm
stupid
ready.
game update.
So I'm asking Adam to help me out with this
I'm here.
to keep this rant on the rails because we have a lot to cover this day.
Oh, the
So I sent him a bulleted list of things. It is
You did.
broken into two parts, and I also have just a little bit more that if I remember to add it on to add on,
You
but
did.
I probably won't remember, so it's fine.
I got it.
We'll start with the first bit here. So I reviewed Diablo 4 last time, but I did say that I look more at World Tiers 3 and 4 when I actually like got to them and played more and talk about Paragon boards and the glyphs and Nightmare Dungeons. Well, guess what? I got to all of that. Are you ready? Here we go. Overall review of this game. Okay, first of all, overall review of the game hasn't changed. I still would say 83 out of 100.
Okay.
I'm going to bring up a lot of concerns and negatives in the next thing after this little review addendum. It is not necessarily points against the current game. It's my fears for season 1, which is coming up in like a month. Because it's so short of a time frame from when the game releases to season 1, I am voicing opinions on what I think needs to change ASAP before that season starts. But we'll get there. All right, so World Tier 3 and 4. Difficulty goes up. Um,
Up.
Enemies have a lot more, God, what, aggressiveness. But not
They
like
want to come and rape me.
No.
like every enemy
Hmm.
doesn't want to get into like close range with you. They just want to do the best that they can. Anything that is ranged, if you start to close the distance and it's not attacking, it will try to get away from you. If something has an immobilization move and it's ranged, it will try to immobilize you first and then move away from you. Um,
Immobilize
Elite
me, daddy.
packs get more abilities, and they are. I think there's even like. I think certain abilities are not in World Tiers 1 and 2, but don't quote me on that. Because certain things I had not seen until I got into World Tiers 3 and 4, and they're a lot more difficult to avoid. So that would be really cool if that's actually a design choice. Um, World Tier 3 and 4, the big downside, I don't think these tiers give you enough experience. The leveling up has slowed down significantly. Um, it's not horrible, but it's definitely slowed down. But it gives you time to like grind out all the stuff for the crafting systems in this game because those things are freaking 11 out of 10. Crafting in this game, upgrading items, messing around with them, imprinting legendary aspects on items, taking them back off those items, imprinting them again on better items, all of it. Love it. It's fantastic. Um, World Tier 3 and 4, you're supposed to be 50 and about 70 before you go into them. I went into World Tier 4 at like 62, 63, and my damage is good enough, but my survivability is kind of shit, so I just play a little bit better and attempt to live. Because it's worth the XP difference, honestly. You get quite a bit more in World Tier 4 than as opposed to World Tier 3. World Tier 3, I can just truck through everything. Um, so,
Truck me.
Paragon boards and glyphs.
Hmm.
Paragon boards, they're interesting. Um, God, how the hell do you describe these without a picture? Okay, so a crossword puzzle, right? You got your spaces that you're going to be putting letters into, and you got your black spaces where just nothing is there. It just, it fills in the grid. Kind of what a Paragon board is. There's spaces where you can put points in and get some sort of reward, whether it be a stat or a damage increase, an armor increase, whatever. And then there's spaces that just have absolutely nothing and you can't put any points into them. This makes it interesting, but also kind of weird. But we'll get on the kind of weird later. The interesting part of this is you can take these boards, right? You start out with your initial board. You just go straight across. Every other board has a exit/entrance to another board on the north, the west, the east, and the south. And you can spin the board 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, 90 degrees, right? So you can line up your entrance and exit however you want to with your other board or boards as you go off of one and onto another. And part of the strategy there is if you have like a board and you want to get the stuff that's in the southeast and the northeast corner, you could set it up so that you just go in through the south part, pick up what you want in the southeast, exit out the east, and then go across like other boards, come back in on the north side and pick up the northwest stuff and come out on the west again, or just stop there and go back to other boards you put in along the way. It's interesting because you don't have to the amount of space you use when placing boards next to each other is essentially indefinite. It seems that way. So like you can position everything how you want to, and the most efficient path is not necessarily just going straight across boards or like taking and grabbing like everything on a single board. It's very interesting, and it's incredibly hard to evaluate how effective it's going to be because there's 8 different boards including, and then there's the starting board, so you have like up to
Sorry.
9 boards to put down, and you only have so many points to spend on it. I'm not doing the math, but it's something like
Math.
220-ish points. Um, but yeah, it's gonna be definitely something that once everything has been put in. Well, I'm sure there's a website that already has like everything put into it. Um, and once people like mess around with it enough, then you'll start to see like the most efficient uses of these boards. But man, you got to think about a lot of stuff. Um, Luckily, refunding it is very cheap. However, quality of life improvement. Please, please, dear God, make it so that you can refund faster than clicking on every single goddamn node that you want to take away. I don't know why there's not a refund all button here. There's a refund all button on the skill page. I don't know why it's not on the Paragon board, which literally has like 4 times the points that could be spent into it. Um, but other than that, Paragon board's real good. Glyphs. You socket these into certain spaces on the Paragon board, and they give you things. They give you more things if you can fulfill a certain amount of stat points within a radius around the glyph you placed in. So if the glyph has a radius of 3, then the like diamond that is formed by um, going 3 spaces north from where you put the glyph in, 3 spaces west, 3 spaces south, 3 spaces east. That diamond, if you have enough of whatever stat point inside the diamond, you get the second part of the glyph. Now, everything on the Paragon board is set. You cannot change any of the nodes and locations on the board. You can just spin them. So, certain boards, unless you level your glyph up like crazy, because every 15 levels or so, it's going to have a radius increase. Unless you go ham, which is not easy on these glyphs, you kind of need to pick like a certain board to put a glyph that you really want into, and that also affects what your total route is going to be through these Paragon boards. So it's all very interesting, and I love it, and I can't wait to dive more into this. Nightmare dungeons. These are kind of, eh. Um, they're harder dungeons. They have different modifiers. The negative modifiers. Oh god, the ones that you have to like just be mindful of at all times are they're just stupid. They need to go. They slow you down so much, and the ones that directly affect enemies are a lot more interesting. There's a few that are okay. The blood blister one is kind of neat. So blood blisters is as you're killing enemies, like every X enemies, a blood blister spawns, and you have to destroy it in like a certain amount of time. But as more enemies die while the blood blister's on the screen, its damage goes up, and if you don't destroy it, it will burst and then deal damage to everyone in a large area, if not across the entire dungeon. Um, so that mechanic's kind of cool, but there's some other ones like this stupid lightning storm one, where there's this little relic thing floating through the air that follows you through the dungeon, and like it'll charge up this lightning that doesn't necessarily one shot you. It kind of depends on a lot of your defensive stats, but like it definitely can, and it spawns an invulnerability field that you can stand under so you don't get hit by it. But there is one of these. So if you're in a party of like 4 and you like just splitting up in a dungeon, guess what? You're not splitting up anymore because there is a single one of these, and if everybody doesn't have like decked out defenses, you're just gonna die when this thing zaps, and it does it like every 15, 20 seconds, it seems. So it's just annoying because you have to keep on stopping, going to the dome. Oh my god, okay, now we can start playing again. Oh, now you gotta go back under the dome again. They need to get rid of those things because it's so annoying. Diablo is about farming and efficiency, and these things are just completely counterproductive to that whole mess. But the reason why I really don't care as much is because sigils, which you use a sigil in order to unlock a certain tier difficulty of Nightmare Dungeon, they drop from all over the damn hell, and you can break them down to get materials to build your own. And I just take all the ones that it's like, oh, this is stupid mechanic, stupid mechanic, stupid mechanic. I just break them all and I make my own, and I don't give a shit. Um, how worth it are they to do? Eh, it depends how much XP you want to get, I guess, because you are able to go up against enemies that are higher level than what the game is intending you to go up against, since the game at large scales to you. You can go higher than that in Nightmare Dungeons. That's really it. The loot doesn't seem to be much better, if any better. And the only other reason would be to level up glyphs. But the benefit of leveling up a glyph is minor because the only thing you get out of leveling up a glyph is the radius increases on the board. So, I mean, sometimes it gives you a little bit more power, but like I don't think it's really overly worth it at this point in time. But we'll see what comes in the future. All right, so that's talking about the game. Now, season 1, my fears. Here we go.
Season 1.
First point: XP gain is too slow late levels. Seasonal play in Diablo is, well, has been like 3-4 months ish. Diablo 2 takes a bit to like level up, and you know people don't necessarily reach level 100 in a season. And to the best of my understanding, because I never played in a season in Diablo 2, seasons basically just introduce like new items and some new mechanics. Maybe they like screw around with some of the bosses and like the late game stuff or whatever have you. But it's really about, hey, here's some new items that you probably haven't seen before. Maybe they rehash items eventually. I don't know. Um, and go. And you can still experience all the content that the season has to offer before you hit the maximum level of 100. Diablo 3. Seasons in that game, pretty much everything about the season really started to take place after you hit max level. However, hitting max level in Diablo 3 you could do in like 4 hours. So a little bit different than this game because I'm probably on like 40 hours and I'm level 67. Now I haven't been like completely grinding levels, but like even the best of the best, God, I think it took them like what 70-ish hours in that level 100 race. So you can't have a seasonal content rotation that relies on people hitting level 100. Now they've done it before where you don't have to. I understand that, but they're coming off the back of Diablo 3. They made some bad decisions with Diablo 3, so I'm just concerned. But Diablo 4 has been pretty good so far. Um, so either they got to make XP gain quicker, which they totally could, and it really wouldn't hurt the game at all. Um, or they have to make sure that the bulk content of the season can be experienced by people before level 100. Um, that's really that for the XP part. Then we got gearing up. Gearing up is going to be problematic in seasons as well. It kind of already is in the game, but not really, because everybody's sort of like learning right now. But once people have like learned, something's got to happen with gearing up. Everything scales, and therefore so do the items that drop. And so when you spend the resources and money and whatnot on crafting and upgrading gear that you find that's really good, it's not like you have to keep leveling for like 5, 6, 7 levels past that point to even start getting gear that's dropping that makes any sense for you to like change your gear, because the stats just don't climb that fast. And I'm not saying that they necessarily need to, but you have these nightmare dungeons where you can pump enemies up to higher levels, but the drops stay at the same level. They're not like artificially boosted to like those levels or something. And I think you just got to do, I don't know, something to help out with this gear loop, because right now you kind of just have to gain enough levels before you really start paying attention to gear. That said, because you have to gain so many more levels, if you spend a whole bunch of crap, because there's tons of freaking materials for crafting in this game. I don't even know what half the freaking materials are. I just pick shit up. And there, there's tons of crafting materials that requires a lot of money. So having that time to level between like big gear upgrade like breakpoints, um, you can recuperate all of that, which is nice. But I still think that there can be something done here where you can get gear that is statistically better than what you're using faster, if that makes sense. Um, More on gear, defenses. Defenses are fucking busted. I don't know who the hell made the decisions they made on defensive stats. This shit, oh my god. All right, you ready for Diablo math? All right, class, sit down. So you go to your
I'm
stat
sitting
page.
already.
All right, you go to your
I'm
stat
playing.
page, and you're like, show me all my stats, and you get a list. And boy, oh boy, is it a list! Because this game will actually go over every freaking stat you have, and this game has a lot of different specific stats. Um, they're not hard to understand, but there's some interesting math that goes on. So brace yourself.
I'm
So you
bracing so
have
hard.
all this stuff. Damage to close enemies, damage to far enemies, reduction from close enemies, damage reduction from far enemies, damage reduction from vulnerable enemies, damage reduction from stunned enemies, damage to stunned enemies, all this shit. You go to your armor stat, you mouse over it, going like, all right, what's this give me? And it says this reduces the amount of damage you take by a certain amount. And you're like, cool. So then you close that page and you go to just your basic character page that has 7 stats on it: armor, attack, I think it's attack power, um, life, strength, dex, wisdom, intelligence. If you mouse over that armor, then it tells you how much percentage damage reduction it actually gives you. Don't know why it's there and not in the full stat page where everything else is. whatever. So then you go to your element resistances, all right? And it's like, hey man, you got a cold resist of 60%. That reduces the damage you take by 35%. And you're like, huh? Because your
It's a lot of
cold
percentages.
resistance, hold on, your cold resist of 60%, right? 35% of that is coming from the cold resistance stat of 60%. And the rest of that 60% is somehow coming from your armor because your armor blocks part of all damage coming in. Or something like that. And I don't know how damage reductions factor in, because in their tooltip it says this can be affected by other defenses. And that's it. So,
Hmm.
um, yeah. And then on top of defenses, when you go up to World Tier 3 and 4, World Tier 3 says, hey, hope you like your defenses. They're now 20% less. And when it says they're 20% less, it basically says, what's your total defense? Cool, I'm taking 20% of that number off. And World Tier 4 says, we're taking 40% away from you. So effectively, resistances against elements, if you're playing in World Tier 4, you almost cannot surpass about like 50 without hyper like gearing yourself toward a specific resistance stat, because the resistances are all percentages and they're like somewhat multiplicative slash diminishing returns, however you want to look at it. So you can only get it up so high, and 40% of it is coming off anyways. So you just don't worry about these stats, because every amulet and ring in the game have different resistances. All amulets have implicitly all resistance, and rings have 2 separate resistances. So you just don't worry about that in the rest of your gear. All right, cool. And then the rest of your gear you get damage reduction, because it's the only way you possibly live. Which comes down to too many specific stats. There's too many specific instances of these stats. We don't need damage reduction from close, damage reduction from vulnerable enemies, damage reduction from dazed enemies, damage reduction from crowd control enemies, damage reduction from slowed enemies, damage reduction from stunned enemies, damage reduction from burning enemies, damage reduction from chilled enemies. You don't need all this shit. Just damage reduction from close, damage reduction from fire. Hot damn, done. Congratulations.
Daddy, can you
Um,
just reduce me, please? Just give me a reduction in every percentage possible, please.
somebody hit him up. I'm busy. Um, all right, so then it brings us to the worth of Nightmare Dungeons. I kind of already touched on that. I don't know what the worth is of these. I mean, you get more XP, kinda, for killing, but that's about it. Gear doesn't seem to be better drop chances or anything like that. You don't seem to get more like legendary items or anything. So, eh. Uh, Paragon boards and glyphs, I don't really like the setup of them overall for a seasonal play thing, unless the boards are going to change their layout every season. I don't really necessarily want to have the same boards over and over, because some of the stuff that a character class can do is sort of like just not there. It's not a legendary node of one of your boards. So that's I'm leaning in the direction of, oh, they are going to change these up every season, but I'm not going to give them that much credit yet. We'll see what they do with season 1. Hopefully they do, or maybe they'll keep them how they are right now, because people are still sort of getting used to everything. That's fine, but hopefully they say something about changing it up every season, because I think the game would benefit significantly from that. All right, now my favorite section, the Diablo WTF realizations. These are the moments where I was scratching my head saying, what the fuck did they do? Alright, here we go. Only 8 unique items per class, and they don't even utilize all the strengths or differences of those classes. So, unique items, they're like, oh man, guys, you're all going to want to go for these unique items. Let me tell you something. Every unique item I've gotten so far, besides the 2 amulets and the 1 ring, I have literally just salvaged them, because they are hot trash. Um, there's one that's absolutely godly that I think like 1 player has in the entire world. Um, And the ones that are designed specifically for classes, they kind of help. Some of them really help, but they don't really have like uniques in the game for everything that makes the class the class. So like a sorcerer has a unique that modifies their teleport skill, where when they teleport wherever they like arrive to, enemies are pulled into that point. That's cool. That changes things. That's a build defining thing. That's awesome. Great. There isn't a single unique that addresses burning damage. There isn't a single unique that addresses how long like channeled spells last, like or spells that have like a duration, like firewall. Nothing that makes them like last longer or burn faster or whatever. There's nothing that modifies the Hydra skill, which is one of the most used skills in Diablo 3. Um, it's just I don't know. There's weird things. The rogue has two main specializations. There's a combo point mechanic and an inner sight mechanic. There's a unique for combo points, but there isn't one that is geared toward inner sight, which arguably is the more interesting one to put a unique in. So I don't know. They're missing a lot, but we'll see. Again, probably what season 1 and 2 and 3 and yada 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 will add in, but I think they could have had more just right out of the gate. It's just so low. And there's like 8 uniques per class, like specifically for those classes. The general uniques, there's like another 10. That's like it. I don't know. Too many crafting mats. When you open up your crafting mat page, you gotta scroll. This is like 3 pages long of crafting mats. I have no idea what half these shit things are because most of them you pick up so many, it doesn't matter what the hell they're called. I run over and like I open up an ore vein. I run over it and it's like, cool, you just picked up iron, silver, tungsten, freaking, I don't know, all this shit. I'm like, cool. Yeah. I guess I have those. There's only a few crafting materials where you're like, oh, I need that. I need that, and I know that I need to do this in order to get it. The rest, you're like, whatever the fuck, I have them, maybe. And if I don't, I'll get them eventually. Like, so I think they could just simplify things because I don't think you need that many to accomplish the very few tasks that you're doing. Like, it's cool that all the different elixirs and whatnot that you can make in the game have different mats, but I literally have hundreds of each one of those mats. So I can just sit there making like freaking elixirs until I don't know, probably like for a half hour. I can make elixirs with all these different mats. I don't even know what the hell they're called. Um, yeah, there was something else I thought of while I was playing today, but I don't remember what it was. Oh, I do remember what it was. Horse movement, mounted movement is fucking dumb. Consoles, congratulations. There's a reason for people to play on you because your mounted movement actually works properly. On PC, the speed at which you move on your mount is directly related to where your mouse is on the screen. So if your mouse is closer to your mount, like let's say you're trying to navigate a corner and you're just putting your mouse on the road to guide yourself around the corner, you are now moving slower because you're closer to the mount on the screen with the mouse. You need to keep the mouse off to the edge. But if you bring it all the way to the edge of the monitor, then you go at like a mid-range speed. So you gotta hug the edge of the monitor. Don't go to it. Hug the edge.
You can't change that at all.
I have not found an option for it.
All right. I bet you looked.
That was weird.
Oh.
Seems like there should be like a dead zone setting.
Yes, it should just go, honestly. I don't know why the hell you would have to go slower on a mount. Like, this is Diablo, people. I'm not trying to walk through the game. I want to get from point A to point B now.
Yeah.
But yeah. There you go. So, all in all, that's Diablo 4. Yeah. Overall, really enjoy the game. Like, I gotta say,
83.
I know I just went on this rant, but like, again, I'm really enjoying the game currently. I'm slightly worried at what Season 1 brings. And if Season 1 doesn't like have more uniques, doesn't do some sort of alterations to Paragon boards and change things up and shuffle things, this game's going to get a little stale, which is
You
unfortunate
had to put
because
all
they
those
really
goddamn
set
emojis in
up.
there, really?
Yeah, they really
Spoke
set
all
up
those
the.
emojis.
Shut up. They really set up the game's stats and stuff. Really set up for a lot of different builds to be viable in the game, but there just isn't like the Paragon boards to support them or the unique items to support them. So I think if they just keep changing that up from season to season, you will alter the meta by doing that, and you won't have to worry about balancing all kinds of crap like they were in Diablo 3. And I don't think numbers are going to have to necessarily get like super out of control like they did in Diablo 3. So I am hopeful, but I'm not stupid, and they're probably going to fuck it up. Mic drop. Who's next?
Well, it's probably going to be me with Wheel of Recommendation and stuff. So since we're done with the Kevin corner, do me a favor. Look down at your step that you're standing on and smack that.
Hey!
Oh my god.
Hey guys. All right. We're now outside.
Holy crap.
Kevin, there's just something about your place, your Kevin corner, that had
Is
to
that
be
where
cool.
I was?
Yeah.
Is that
yeah.
a throwback?
You know, you
Hey.
started up there, and then you could always fall down into the center of this area. And I
Yep.
still kept that. And now it goes all the way down to the Game Awards room that we have. But now we can drop out of there and be outside for the rest of the show. So, because I know we like the outside more than the inside. There's not a lot going on the inside. So, but like, yeah. So there you go. All right. I hope you liked your room. That was a great topic.
I did. And I love the fact that it's put right there. Thank you.
It has to be. You know what I mean? That's where it
That was
starts.
awesome.
That's where it starts. All right.
I'm sorry for the long-winded topic.
No, you very concise. A lot of detail.
Okay, good.
A solid 83. Gotta be honest. Didn't sound like 83 a little bit there, but you did give that warning, so I think we're all aware. All right, so we're gonna start with the wheel of recommendations. And since Kevin has talked the entire time, for the last, I don't know, like 20 minutes or so, I'm pulling this up. Genesis, did you play or do any of the things that you were supposed to play or do?
Okay, I can barely hear you because the stupid idiot decided to put 18 exploding heads, and it just keeps saying exploding head over and over again.
Oh, yeah. Oh, Destino was watching you? Great. You know you can mute
please
that
repeat?
stuff.
I would have to go into settings and do that, and I just don't have the attention span to do that right now.
There's definitely a button. Did you play or watch any of the things that you were supposed to play or watch in the wheel of recommendations?
I said Trials of Mana last week, I think, right?
You did.
Yep.
Okay, so other than that, no, because all I played is AI Somnium File.
So you didn't play
my
Kina.
Mm-mm.
You didn't watch Lock and Key or Yorman
Watch
Gan.
anything I recommended.
Kevin, first of all, you never recommended me something to watch. All right.
That's true, I haven't.
Second of all, I've done literally everything except Rehenheim Terror Domain that was recommended to me by Genesis because it's literally not anywhere. And I still haven't done Gundam Evolution because nobody's ever in the mood to play it. And I will I will take some blame for that. You're never on. You're on like once a day. What are you talking? What? Hold on. Once a day. Wait a minute. I meant to say. You'll be like, "Hey, after the podcast we could play," and I'll be like, "I gotta go to bed," and then you hop on at 11:40, and I'm on for 20 minutes. Mm-hmm. And then last week you were supposed to hop on before the podcast. You did, but you didn't have time. And then this week, I don't know what you were doing, but you were late, so you didn't hop on before. So. Mm-hmm. I might just end up jumping in on that on my own. Just
No. We'll do it together.
To get the green.
When? Shut up and we'll do it together.
Pick a day.
Tomorrow night.
Yeah, what time?
After 8 o'clock.
After 8 o'clock. Oh my god, it's so late. No, that works. Yeah, Yeah, send me an invite.
I'll
I'll join.
download it. I'll hop in.
Yeah, cool.
Mm-hmm.
Destinoda, you want to get in on Gundam Evolution tomorrow after 8? And based on Genesis' schedule, he'll probably be on at 11:50. Because that's still after 8. So.
Oh, I have to download it too.
Download it tonight, and then also, Daddy,
Great.
the next season of Call of Duty starts tomorrow. So.
Not anything to do with the wheel of recommendation. Get that shit word out of your mouth. All right.
I'm ready. I'm ready.
Destinodo, have you played, watched, listened, anything that is related to your wheel of recommendation? I don't even know why you're thinking about it. I already know the answer. Kevin, how was Hugh?
Oh man, let's talk about Hugh. This game gives me vibes of like Braid. Pretty good. I didn't really play a whole lot of Braid, but I did dabble in it. I like this more than Braid though. It's more simple. I like how when you're like in the color wheel to change the color, you kind of like you don't stop time, but you slow down time quite a damn bit. Because using this control stick to select everything, Kevin's real dumb. Kevin has a problem with it sometimes. Doesn't actually select it, and then he likes to think that he's good at this.
Kevin, Daddy has a problem with a lot of things. Don't call yourself dumb, because until you're dumb as I am.
Certain that's where the color is. Listen, I wouldn't call it dumb.
I mean, once you're as dumb as I am,
I was like, oh man, I
jump
jump and I flick it in this direction, and then I'll go to purple, and then it goes to blue, and I'm like, well, we tried. But no, it's super fun, and I will probably beat it. I don't know what the platinum entails. Maybe you'll get that too. I already have 3 of the colors, which I know isn't like terribly far into the game, but like I had a lot of fun with it for the little bit that I played. I just need to get back to Diablo so I could actually do my segment today. But yeah, fun game, good recommendation. I enjoy it. We'll play again.
That was me. I recommended that.
I know.
Yeah.
Good job.
I gotta be honest, I kind of forgot. I'm glad you liked it though. I'm glad.
Have you played it?
Oh, absolutely not. Not a game for me at all. I just saw it and I was like, Kevin.
All right. Yeah, all right.
So that's what that's about. I'm glad you like it. Honestly, my intuition's still correct so far.
Yeah.
Still correct. All right. Does anybody want to make any recommendations?
Not I this week. I need to.
You don't want to recommend anybody something?
I need to catch up with my stuff.
Yeah, but that's what people recommend you.
I know. I'm not in a position to recommend anything when I haven't done my things.
No, that's Destinoda you're thinking of.
Okay, so
Kevin,
Kevin, did you recommend me AI the Somnium Files?
What? That was never a recommendation.
Part of this.
Yeah, not for this.
Not for this, right? Okay.
No.
You have the game already, but you haven't played it.
I do have it. I haven't played it yet. I'm still waiting for it to work out with me and my sister because we played through all the Zero Escape games. So.
That what you're recommending, Kevin?
I'm gonna recommend that to Kevin.
Oh dear God. Yeah, try to make this work out faster now.
Okay, Kevin.
I hate you.
Kevin, you want to recommend anybody anything?
He's gonna get back at me and recommend something.
Kevin, you said nobody's watched anything you've recommended. You never recommended me anything to watch. I'm just saying.
I know. I don't know what the hell you would like watching.
Kevin, I like Attack the Block. I've seen movies with you. You know what I like.
It's true. Attack the Block was good.
Oh no, I did watch you. I watched Bridge of Spies.
Oh hey,
I forgot about that. Yeah. So.
Yeah. Look at that.
Well.
All right. Well, maybe I gotta recommend something else to you. Let's see.
Yeah.
Look, but you've seen so much. Have you seen Into the White?
I have not seen Into the White. I don't even know what that is.
I
I've
recommend
seen
Into
Into
the
the
White.
Black.
I don't
What's
know if
it?
you can find it anywhere, but I recommend
What's
Into the
Into the
White.
White?
It is a movie with what the hell's his name? Rupert Grint. I have no idea who the other people are in the movie.
Oh, the World War
British
II movie.
pilots are shot down. Yeah,
Yeah, we've talked about this before.
yeah.
Into the White. Kevin, I already found it on streaming. I don't know if it's illegal streaming I
Perfect.
found, but I'll watch it.
All right, I have a special little thing here for
Mm-hmm.
you.
Mm-hmm.
I want to know in like a real time. I want like a play by play of you at the end of this movie.
Okay, okay. I could do a whole timeline if you want watching the movie.
Okay.
I will do that.
Because
Also, it's
man,
on
this ending.
Amazon.
Oh,
It's on
oh,
Amazon.
okay.
So I just typed Into the Watch. That's not it. All right. I got recommendations for Genesis, but Genesis, you're only like 3 things behind.
All right, give me the recommendation then. I mean,
Do you want a game or a movie?
Give me a game.
Give me a game. Oh man. Oh man. Concrete Genie.
Oh God. Okay. Is that off the store? I mean, is that off the Plus catalog now or whatever? The extra catalog?
It was in our monthly games, so you have
I
it
think.
guaranteed.
Okay. Okay. Got it.
I've been asking you to play this game for years. If you would have picked movie, you would have got 500 Days of Summer. By the way,
Good thing I didn't pick movie.
fun fact: that girl at work, I recommended her 500 Days of Summer. She watched it. So,
Well, I look forward to getting an invite.
I got it. Thank you.
Yes. Yeah.
All right,
Congratulations, by the
Destinato.
way.
Nobody's recommending you anything because you're about 1, 2, 3. You have the list.
Oh my
That
God.
was like 4.
Do you want me to
The
recommend you
fourth at
something? I could
least.
recommend you something.
Um, yeah.
Give me 1 second. I have a list. I'm just trying to pick one. I want you to play a game called Fade to Silence. It's on Extra.
Fade to silence.
Fade to Silence.
Okay.
Fade into darkness, my friend.
Okay.
Face your inner demons and
It should be
fade
on
into
Extra.
darkness.
Okay. Mm, check her out.
Okay. Let me just double.
I'm gonna check you out.
Trying to double check to see if it's still on Extra.
Oh.
Silence.
Fade to silence. It is there.
Okay. Yeah. Give that a whirl. Get back to me.
Oh,
This is another one I have not played. I saw it and I was like Decinoto. So we'll see. We'll see. I didn't say Decinoto because I used your real name like out loud.
Mm-hmm.
Because when I do that for Kevin, I look at a game and I actually say Kevin out loud. Sometimes I'm out in public and people are like, "What?" It's okay. It's okay. All right. Decinoto, do you want to recommend anybody anything?
I had that show I was talking about
Oh,
earlier,
the
The Days.
Days. You're recommending that to Kevin and me, I'm gonna say, because I'm
Yes.
gonna watch that. And Kevin, I think
What
you
is it?
already the Days, that show he recommended earlier.
Oh,
That's
yeah.
one. Yeah,
Oh,
that's one we were just gonna watch. I'm just gonna put it on this list so we can get.
yeah.
You know what I mean?
I'll probably start it tonight.
Yeah. Kevin, let me know how it is. I'll probably start it tomorrow.
/
Yeah,
tomorrow morning. All right.
it's
Thank you.
pretty good.
All right, cool. Kevin, you got AI Somonym Files. Probably spelled that wrong. I got Into the White. I also have The Days. Kevin, you
I'll
have. Oh,
I'll play AI Somnium Files. I'll just start over when it gets to me and Emily. It's fine. I'll get it.
Kevin, you got The Days, and you got
Days as well.
yeah,
Okay.
AI Somonym Files. Yeah. And then Genesis, you got Concrete G. And then Decimote, you
Okay.
got Fade to Silence. Concrete Genie's good. I don't know if you'll love it, but
Adam, can I recommend you another
Hmm.
movie?
Kevin, I don't see why not. I got time, I'm sure.
Have you seen Miss Sloane?
Miss Sloane, no.
Ooh, I don't know if that's streaming anywhere, but
Again,
if you can
Kevin,
find that,
as long as it's not on some locked Hindi network that's not in the U.S., I'll find it.
Oh no. Listen, man. I forgot that some things don't have subtitles, and yeah, I say a lot of things, so you do.
Oh, with Jessica Chastain. Kevin, it's on Max.
there we go.
You're
I
on
think I
Max.
do remember this. I remember it's that Washington D.C. she talks. So
Yeah, and I
yeah,
think
yeah.
if I remember correctly, God, I watched this when it came out. It's like gun control or something, if I remember right.
It's honestly, I remember looking at it and being like, "That looks pretty good. Maybe I'll see that," and I never did. So
Oh, there you go.
there you go. Boom. All right, I got a bunch of things to do. all movie and TV shows. So all good. I'll get them done. I'll get them done. But yeah, Kevin, let me know about the days. If anybody forgets what they have, text me. Kevin texts me. He's like, "Hey,
I
did
did.
I only have Hugh?" And I go, "I have no fucking clue. I'll look when I get home." And then I get home and I look almost immediately.
I
So
downloaded Uncharted Lost Legacy, and I couldn't remember if somebody recommended me that or not, so I was double
I
checking.
I thought I did. I think I just
I think you
recommended
just
that.
verbally said it.
I think you
Yeah.
Yeah,
mentioned it.
I think I
You
just
may have,
mentioned it. I don't
yeah,
think it
you
was
may have
part
Yeah.
of this.
mentioned it.
I could put
You
it
were like,
on this
Kevin,
if you
you gotta
want.
play it. It was good. And I was like, okay, and I
It's
downloaded it.
so good. It's so good.
I didn't
So good.
realize, like, I knew Lost Legacy came out. I knew nothing about it. You play as Chloe. Okay, okay.
Yeah, it's so good. Love it.
Okay.
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 All right,
And
everybody good?
yeah,
Everybody's
Everybody
great.
remember all their picks, and if not,
Everybody's great.
doesn't
shut
sound
up.
like everybody's great.
Hey.
All right, let's get into what we're even greater about. Let's talk about the Summer Games Fest. Everybody
Oh
excited?
boy, oh
Everybody
boy,
excited?
we.
Everybody excited? Everybody's
I gotta pull
excited.
up. Hold on, I gotta pull up the list that Adam sent, and I didn't watch this at
I'm
all.
gonna read off the list, so
Oh,
don't you
perfect.
worry,
I don't have to
Kevin.
pull it up then.
You do
He's
not
gonna
have
do
to
the
do a
job
thing.
for you.
We're gonna do
Oh
the
wait, can
same
I go?
thing.
Can I go real quick before we do? Or
Oh
are we
yeah,
doing this in order? Are we doing it in order?
we're going to go in order. We're going to do the same thing of I say it, and then I'm going to give you guys time to say something, or we're just going to move on. Okay?
Okay.
And then you could
When it would come to PC gaming, I'll talk for like all of 3 minutes. All right,
PC gaming show. I did not take notes on
that's fine.
because that show is unbearable to watch.
I
Um,
don't
I,
watch it. I
I
go
didn't.
look up the list of things.
Yeah, I
Hmm.
watched it, and I was like, okay, they got rid of Frankie, and I was a little upset. She's been pretty funny the last couple of years. And then she was an AI Frankie, and I was like, oh, they're doing like an AI joke about
Yeah,
this.
yeah.
And honestly, I just don't like the host. I just don't like the main guy. He's so annoying. Like, and
I just don't.
the jokes don't land. It's just like
Yeah, it's not a good show, but
it's not
I
great.
wanted to
And
know what
then
was
even the
happening. You know?
games that were announced weren't
Oh,
fantastic.
awful.
I could find a list real quick if you want me to.
No, no, no. I already
Okay.
got the list.
Oh,
It's
okay.
only 2 games.
You want to talk about them now? Actually,
Sure.
before we begin.
Frostpunk 2, get hype.
Oh, I did see that.
Um,
Yeah.
I haven't.
Frostpunk.
I have yet to play Frostpunk. I do own it. I almost bought the board game as well. The board game apparently did very well. Um, but yeah, Frostpunk 2, that's gonna be huge. Everybody freaking went crazy for Frostpunk when the first game came out. Um, and then Sulfur.
Mm.
The graphics of Sulfur are a little jarring because it ain't cell shaded. It's not cartoon. It's something else, and it's weird. But and also a single player extraction type first person shooter. And I
Interesting.
don't quite understand what the extraction aspect is because they didn't really cover that. At least, or I'm just too dumb and didn't figure it out on my own when I was watching the gameplay. But you know what? I'm intrigued, and so is the gaming world. They're with me, so I'm like, go pin this just in case it's something big. And that was it. The rest of the show, who knows what the hell came out? A
Oh,
Pathfinder was there, Baldur's Gate was there. I know
there
that
was
much, but like we
so
already
many
knew
things.
about those games, and that was it.
There's so many things, and there was all at the same time. It felt like it took 35 years.
Uh huh.
Um,
Uh huh.
so all right.
All right.
So again, the same thing as always. I'm gonna go through the games, and you're just gonna stop me when you get to one you're actually interested in, or if you have some sort of opinion about. It started off with Prince of Persia: The Lost Crown, coming out January
Garbage.
18th, 2023. It's an
Oh
Ubisoft
my
game,
god!
and I gotta be honest, I thought it looked pretty good.
I'm so hyped. This game is going like to new regions and new horizons, but also it is a throwback to the original Prince of Persia games because it's all side scrolling. Um, it looks like it's a Metroidvania
Yeah, that's
as
what they
well.
said. It's very
And
inspired by
I'm
Metroidvania.
so ready. I already wishlisted this, and I'm sad it's going to be what 7 months or so that I have to
Yeah,
wait
it's
for this
pretty
game to
far.
come out.
It's pretty far.
But damn, it looks nice.
I
I
gotta be
like the
honest.
graphic style a
I,
lot. It
I gotta
pops.
I gotta be honest. I loved the trailer here and the one at the Ubisoft show,
The
and
trailer,
the the
oh,
the,
it's
the
so
art
good.
style's so good. It's cool that you're not playing as the prince, so they're kind of expanding the universe a bit.
Hmm.
It just looks interesting. It looks like it has its own identity. Like they said, it's semi-open world Metroidvania. I'm not a big
Yeah,
Metroidvania guy, but at the same time, I was like, I think this if this was on Extra, I'd fuck with this. I
this
gotta be
is
honest.
one
It
of
looks
the
good.
the trailer, like the cinematic trailer. That That was a very unique trailer. Like
Yeah,
at the moment, he was like, "Yeah, I got this fight." Something else comes in and fucks them up,
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah,
and it was so cool. I don't know. It didn't get old, and I don't know why.
yeah. One to keep our eye on. One to keep our eye on for sure.
For sure.
All right. Anybody
Keep my
else got
shit on.
anything? Cool. Next was Mortal
Tetsunoto.
Kombat
This
1.
actually, if you
Oh,
didn't look into this Tetsunoto, this could be a game for you. Just throwing that out there.
Take a
I didn't get to
giant
look at the trailer
dump.
yet, but I'll probably check it out.
weren't you
Pull up
watching
that and
Summer
like some
Games Fest
gameplay.
with us?
Um,
Oh yeah.
it was there.
Oh, I think you arrived a little late. It was the first
I,
game they
I,
showed.
I, oh, probably.
Are you okay?
Yeah, I'm just trying to think because there were so many stupid conferences.
Summer Games Fest is
I
the
would
Jeff
agree.
Keighley one.
Yeah,
So,
I
A
just
lot of
don't remember
shit ass
seeing that, so I
conferences.
probably just came late.
hey,
Uh-huh.
Genesis, let's calm down.
Hey, Adam, why don't you shut the fuck up and go to the
Hey,
next thing?
this is your
Ooh.
41st warning, all right? So keep it down.
41.
40, whatever the fuck he said.
41th.
It was so stupid I couldn't even recreate it with my smart brain, all right? Anyways, no, it's pretty funny though. The next game was Mortal Kombat 1. It showed a story trailer and then some gameplay, and then they talked
Street
on
Fighter looks
stage.
better.
Again, this is one. Every time I see a Mortal Kombat game, I'm like, oh man, I cannot wait for them to upload all the fatalities to YouTube. And then I
Mm-hmm.
watch them.
Yep.
Kevin, same boat?
Yeah. Oh yeah. I
Yeah.
can't wait for the tournaments too, because these games just keep getting like more articulate, I guess. Like you can tell that there's actual martial arts and stuff like influencing all the different character moves now because you can see the whole animation,
Yeah.
if that makes sense.
Do we
Oh, it's
think?
so good.
Do we think it's gonna score higher than Street Fighter?
No.
Absolutely not.
Okay.
I think it'll still score well and be
I don't even
widely
know how Street Fighter
acclaimed.
scores as Street Fighter did.
Like a 93 or 94, whatever the hell it was last.
Mm-hmm.
It was real high.
For what?
Street Fighter
For
was
Street
real
Fighter.
high. Yeah, it was like
Yeah,
90
Street
something.
Fighter. It was 92 the last I looked, but that
92,
was
yeah.
last week.
I think it's still there.
I mean, there was 100-something reviews, so I would be surprised if it moved. But
Yeah. All right. Cool.
yeah,
Cool. The next thing was, they called it Path of Exile 2 gameplay. It was about 15 seconds long, and then they said more to come July 28th.
yeah, that's ExileCon. Yep.
Genesis said Kevin would be losing his mind, and I said, I don't think he would be.
No, if it's like 15 seconds or whatever, I probably wouldn't
It
do it
was
unless they
not
like.
long.
Did they put anything on the screen? I have to look it up.
It was a man walking down a corridor fighting, and then it ended. It's so short. It's so short.
Okay.
I watched it
Because like
like
if
3
there's
more
items
times
shown
because
or
I was
anything like
like,
that, then yeah.
it might have showed items, but like, if you can get anything out of that, Kevin, let us know.
I'll pull it
I'll
up
be
real quick.
shocked.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right, I'm gonna move on as Kevin's pulling that up. We'll go back to it if we need to. The next game they showed was Exo Primal. It has a Street Fighter 6 crossover, and it's coming to Game Pass. And then the next thing they showed off was Dead by Daylight Nicolas Cage. He's joining the game July 25th. Everyone who was watching it thought he was a murderer. Nope, he's just a survivor who has no face animations. But he was a fun interview, and it was cool to see him, I guess.
Yeah.
Then we got a Witcher Season 3 trailer. Looked like The Witcher. I don't really care.
Like The Witcher.
Yeah, it's The Witcher. Woo! Yeah, that's what that was. Then we got a commercial for Witchfire. It's coming to early access September 20th. Witchfire we've seen before. It's like a first-person magic thing. I don't know. It's weird. Alright. Then there were actual commercials that were whatever. I didn't notate those because I don't care. Then Sonic Superstars was shown off, coming out fall 2023. And it's a side-scroller with like cutesy animation. Based on hands-on previews that I've read, it's a little floaty, but they still find it enjoyable. It's closer to Mania than any of the other recent Sonic games. So it's probably going to be a hit. They literally just released Frontiers. I don't know why you were expecting Frontiers 2 to show up.
Frontiers 2.
Yeah,
Hey,
nothing
man, you're
special
gonna
in
get
that trailer.
Yeah, right? That's what I
There
was saying.
might have been something special in that trailer for those still playing through the seasons. I haven't played a season in a hot minute. I feel like that thing that's crawling on the logo means something, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah, it didn't show much. So, alright. The next thing they showed was Honkai Star Rail. It's coming out Q4 2023. Destinoto probably creamed his pants.
I don't play that game actually, so.
Yeah, because it's not out. Q4 2023. The next game, we call it Bloodborne 2. It's called Lies of P. There's a demo available, and it's coming out September 19th.
Oh, there is?
Yeah,
I
that's what
downloaded it. I haven't played it yet.
Yeah, I think it's
part.
like 45 minutes or like an hour. It's a pretty long demo.
Wow, I'm gonna get it.
Reactions are, it's pretty good. It's pretty good. So,
Yeah, it's pretty solid.
jump into that. Let us know. Pinocchio, very pretty boy in those trailers.
You're a pretty boy.
Thank you. Apparently the loading screen says now lying instead of loading, which is pretty funny. Pretty funny.
I don't see a demo here.
Well,
It's in the store. It's in the demo section.
Why can't I just search for it?
you
Just go out
can,
of the
but
demos.
it's stupid. Just go to the demo section. The search function in PlayStation sucks. It always
Stupid
sucks.
store.
Nobody knows how to search. The store's bad, but at least it loads fast. Even though you can't
This
find
looks
anything.
fast.
Alright,
I'm
the
gonna
next...
browse. Sorry.
Fine. The next game is called Sandland, from the creator of
Dragon Ball.
Dragon Ball. It's very nice cell shading, which we all commented on.
Very nice.
Yeah, like real nice. Looks interesting. Looks like Dragon Ball people to me. Definitely not though. It's based on a different IP, I guess. No date for that one.
Well, it's its own IP.
Yeah, it's yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Called Sandland.
Sandland.
which is a
Sandland.
dumb name, but also I respect it. Simple.
Yeah.
All right. The next thing was June 29th. There's going to be an Annapurna showcase. Annapurna, they make a lot of games, a lot of good games.
No.
They just kind of came
Silent
out of
Hill
nowhere.
Ascension is probably going to be there.
Yeah. Stray 2 is what Death Sonoda was hoping for. So, which again, too early. But I
Oh
could
my
see them
god.
teasing it. Or Stray
June
DLC
29th.
would be
What
cool.
day of the week is it?
The 29th is a Thursday.
If it's early enough, I could watch that. Alright.
Not sure the time. Did not write that down.
That's
The
alright. I'll
next
look it up.
Do the
thing,
crime, don't do the time.
yep. The next game was an Amazon game called Throne and Liberty. I looked this up after the show. A lot of YouTube headlines have this as one of the worst games they've ever played. So I'm not quite
Yeah, that sounds
sure.
about right.
Yeah, I'm not quite sure how that game's going to be. Um,
See Amazon's repertoire.
Yep. Then
Yep.
Warhaven was shown off. I don't really have many notes on that one. And then a streamer's favorite game, Party Animals, coming out September 20th. Finally got a date. Surprised this wasn't at the Xbox show, since it was literally announced there and then shown there and then it disappeared from there. That was part of their 12 months last year, so it missed that
Yep.
by about 3-4 months. So, all right. Then Dying Light 2's getting an update. It's getting like a regular update, and then it's getting some DLC. It's pretty exciting if you're a fan. Then Crash Team Rumble. None of us here are excited for it, as I'm aware.
Nope.
Then there was an ad for Game Pass. The only reason I wrote that down is because our good friend Stupid K, man, he said that was one of his predictions. So.
Stupid game, man.
Then Alan Wake 2 gameplay was here. Again, about 45 seconds of Alan Wake 2 gameplay. Not quite sure why they advertised, hey, this is going to be a world premiere of Alan Wake 2 gameplay, when it was literally not long at all. Wild. Absolutely wild. Anybody have any opinions on that? I know a couple people here have said for Alan Wake 2. By a couple, I mean Kevin. Times 2.
Garbage.
I'm ready.
It sounds like something that might be interesting. Because it's like...
Take a
Play the
stick
first
and
one.
ram it up your ass.
Wow.
It's like a scary game. I love scary games.
Mm-hmm.
But it's also detective stuff. It's like half and half, isn't it?
Yeah.
Right. Might be interesting.
And you're an author.
I'll have to look into it more. But also, where's the demo section?
Oh, this man's
okay.
still looking?
Let me help you.
I
All
can't
right, so you
find
go to the
anything.
PlayStation Store. All right.
Yes.
You hit down. You keep hitting down.
Wait,
And-
on which tab? On
The
latest?
first one. The
On
very
latest,
right
on
when you
latest.
open the
Okay, go
PlayStation
down.
Store.
So you just keep hitting down. You got new games. You got Diablo 4 right there. You go pre-orders. You got Final Fantasy 16. Nobody cares about that.
Oh,
You go down again. You got
hey,
demos.
I see it now.
And then you
Wow,
go
Hey,
right
This
twice.
man was going so far deep into the PlayStation Store, he didn't hit down 3 times, or twice even, to see it on the fucking first page, Kevin.
I probably passed it because I was just like looking for an icon that said demos, but
Yeah.
Oh yeah, no,
it just was
no. There's no
words.
icons.
No,
No. That
there's-
makes sense.
Stupid people.
Icons.
Yes.
That's not.
I
not
hate
fair.
this fucking store so much.
Kevin, at least it loads.
Especially, it's true. At least it loads.
Remember when it was a baked-in browser, and every time the console got an update, the store got slower?
Remember when you could go through the search thing, the letters, and there was
Yeah.
a letter at the end. There was Mew, and then if you type that in and you hit search, it pulled up World of Warships
Yep.
or something like
Yep.
that. I'm like, oh okay.
Yep. Yeah, I can't even tell you how many times I've searched something, and then it's all the way down at the bottom. I'm like, why would these other things don't even have these words? Like, what do you? I don't. Some of them didn't even have the letters I looked up. But all right, cool. And then Warhammer 40k Space Marine 2 was shown off. It confirmed co-op up to 3 players. I don't care about this. I don't think anybody else does. Then
Take a
yes,
shit on it.
0.
okay. Then Yes, Your Grace was shown off. That's coming out in 2024. Um, as this trailer was playing, Genesis was like, "This looks like an Adam game," and Genesis was partially right. It looked pretty cool. It's just like you're the king or the queen of like a land, and you have to like approve or deny things that peasants and like people come to you with, and then you can kind of build your world and go through the story like that, like based on how you want to rule, which is pretty sweet. Pretty sweet. Um, and then John Carpenter, his game showed up called Toxic Commando. That's coming
That
out in
game looked
2024.
cool.
It kind of looked like a Left 4 Dead or Back Blood. What the hell's that one game called?
Back for Blood, but a
Back
way
4
better
Blood.
version of Back for Blood.
Interesting. It had a Bon Jovi song that was pretty good. It was a cover. I didn't like that, but whatever. It looked kind of neat. It looked fun enough. So. Then we got Baldur's Gate 3, still coming out August 31st. If you're a Baldur's Gate 3 fan, you're going to be, or if you're a Baldur's Gate fan, you were excited. If you're not, you don't give a fuck about any of this. And for some reason, Brian Intihar showed up, and he was like, "Hey man, I'm still working on Spider-Man 2, and I'm confident it's coming out October 20th. He confirmed Eddie Brock is not Venom. If you played the first Spider-Man game, you're like, wow, I'm so shocked. Oh my god, I can't believe it. You kind of have an idea of who you think Venom is. So, yeah. Why was this not at the PlayStation Showcase? A lot of questions.
There's a lot of questions
Maybe
as to why
that
a
might
lot
be
of
a
things
topic
weren't
next
there.
week. Why weren't all these things at the PlayStation Showcase? But whatever.
PlayStation's stupid.
And then they showed off. Anybody have anything about Spider-Man 2? You can pre-order it. Nice statue.
Buying the collector's edition.
10
I
a.m.
love all
10
the
a.m.
suits.
You gotta go to Direct. It's only on Direct.
Yeah, suits look awesome.
10 a.m. Friday.
Oh yeah, it is Friday's coming out,
Yeah.
right?
The 16th, 10 a.m.
Alright, I gotta be ready to do
I'll
it.
shoot you a text. I'll remind you.
Please and thank you.
Then Pale World.
So where
It's
you take a pail of sand and throw it in your ass.
nope. I believe this is the one where it's Pokemon with guns. It's coming out January 24th for early access. It literally looks like Pokemon with guns, and that's what they described it as. So, Kevin, get excited. Yeah. The next game was Black Desert DLC. I know.
Stupid Seaman.
No,
Calcium.
Never mind. I'm losing it.
Camcorder.
No, I
Two
wasn't
heroes.
talking about him.
Oh.
It's during the show. Genesis was like, "Didn't somebody predict this?" And I was like, "I don't know." And then it turned out to be Crimson Desert by Desonoto. So not the same thing.
I said
That's what
Black
it was.
Desert.
Did you?
Black Desert 2.
Oh
So
yeah,
what's wrong?
Black Desert Online 2 announcement trailer. Yeah, no, it was DLC. So
Yep.
good shit on. And then sorry. And then
No, you're right.
And then Kevin, don't worry, you made up for it with Lord of the Rings Return to Moria trailer. That showed up. I saw that was a rumor a little bit. Before the show, it turned out to be real. And then Genesis's favorite game at the show, Final Fantasy VII Ever Crisis mobile game.
No.
Um,
No, please.
yeah.
Please, I can't. If you pull it any harder, it's gonna fall out. Don't do that.
All right. And
Pull
then the next
Pull it.
one was Vanisher's Ghost of New Eden.
That's that game that came out the PlayStation Showcase last year.
It's coming out in 2023. That's it. Then Like a Dragon Ishirin, the man who has no name.
So, that's not like a dragon Ishin. I think that's just like a dragon, because Ishin was at the Xbox conference, right?
Yeah,
No,
that's the
that's
other game.
wait.
This one,
What? I
this
thought
one's
the subtitle
Gaiden.
change. Is
Oh, it
this
is
like a Dragon
Gaiden.
Gaiden?
Okay. Yeah, it's
Okay,
Gaiden.
because I'm sorry, Adam. I didn't mean to like
No,
do
you're
that. I
fine. It's
just
just I swear I read that as Ishirin.
so that's why I was like they did the subtitle change for a
Yeah,
reason
it's
because
stupid.
basically one's going on one way, the
It's
other
too
one's
long
going
of
the
a
other
title.
way.
First of all, it's like yeah, I know you can't use Yakuza, so like a Dragon is your thing, but also you have two different Like a Dragons, and they're two different gameplay styles. It's just gonna get confusing. How many of these games are selling that you can pump out like 4 a year? It's
I
wild.
think quite a bit.
I have to assume it's like they make them for cheap and they pump 2 million copies out.
Um, I don't know that they make them that cheap, like make them for that cheap, but I don't know
Based on
logistics with
how
that
quick
game.
they put them out, they got to be cutting corners somewhere. You know what I mean?
I mean, they're not most of.
Got
Are they
65 teams working on it.
are they reviewing at like low 70s or 60s?
No, I think they're like 70s or 80s, like
Yeah,
low.
so they can't be that terrible.
Well, they're not. They're good games. They're Ubisoft games.
Shut up.
They are. They have a formula. They stick with it. They pump them out over and over. It's like Call of Duty.
I don't want to hear it.
Little things changed. All right. The next game was called Under the Waves, coming out August 29th. Another game that Genesis said looked like an Atom game, and again, Genesis was partially correct. Looked interesting enough. You're just you're like a diver exploring underwater. Looks like a little side scroller or whatever the hell was going on. I don't know. A lot of visions, a lot of stuff, a lot happening. And then COD Season 4 was shown off. The wild predictions the boys had, uh,
Mm-hmm.
not as wild. So we do have a discussion about one of the predictions, but we'll talk about that later. And then Porsche was like, "Hey, win an Xbox," and nobody cared. And then Fate Farm coming to PC. Genesis again said this was an Atom game, and I said it's not because I don't I'm not a farming guy. I farm in like some games. I'm not like main farming guy. I don't know why. I understand where the confusion comes, but yeah. Then the worst Pro ZD sketch I think I've ever seen for Marvel Snap showed up. Real embarrassing how that guy's really funny, and then that sketch was just not doing it for me or anybody else in the crowd. Um, Genesis, I know you're a Pro ZD fan. Did you feel the same way?
I mean, ProZD is always funny no matter what he says, but the whole like,
Well, you didn't laugh at all during that, so.
yeah, the whole thing that he did,
Prozac?
No, Pro ZD.
I was like, for what
Prozac.
YouTuber.
reason?
Ritalin.
Oh, all right. And then King Arthur Legends Rise PC and mobile's coming out. Cool. Then Wayfinder. Then Stellaris Nexus. I don't know if
Yep.
is that a DLC or a sequel?
Oh, yeah, it's going to be a DLC for Solaris.
There you go. And then a game so far not coming to console that Keeley, I'm gonna call him, just to punish him. That we both were interested in. It's called Space Trash Scavenger. Um, looks fun. You clean up space trash. Looks like it's only on PC though, so we'll see. We'll see. Then Star Trek Infinite was shown off. And then a clip for the Twisted Metal show. I'm not saying it's going to be the next Last of Us. And then that I'm just not saying it's going to be the next Last of Us. You know what I mean? Because
Yeah,
it's not.
yeah.
It's definitely not. It's going for a tone and a clip out of context of the episode. It was very cringy at times. I don't like to use that word. I think it's overused, but I feel like it was a very apt
Just too much
word.
dialogue to show and attract your possible audience.
Wrong setting to show that much dialogue. Like I know
Yeah,
it's
it's
like
just a
haha,
bad scene to show.
bad
Like,
scene to show.
just a bad
We
scene.
should have saw some action or something, but
Yeah.
I guess that CGI.
Something that says Twisted Metal.
Yeah, I mean the dark humor of a clown trying to kill a man is kind of funny, but at the same time,
Yeah.
whatever. Um, I'll still watch it. I'll try it when it comes out. Then Lisfunga was shown off. It's coming out in the summer.
Sounds like a disease.
You're not wrong, Kevin. You're not wrong.
Kevin, I have
Uh,
Lisfunda.
Would you come down with this funga?
gross. And then PlayStation Showcase #1 game Immortals of Avium was here. For some reason, they
Wow.
had the main actor talk for far too long. And he knew about the game, but only in like PR speak, and it was a very boring interview. Um, they showed gameplay for again way too long. Still coming out July 20th. And then they showed Fortnite Wilds, which is Fortnite in the
What?
Forest, which is season 50 billion. So, and then it ended.
And then it ended.
No.
Oh,
It didn't
Aw.
end. They showed what should have been shown at the fucking showcase. They ended the show with a banger. Final Fantasy VII Rebirth coming on 2 discs in 2024 to PlayStation 5 only so far. Probably PC later. But my god, FF7 Rebirth looks absolutely fucking crazy. If, what's his name? Keeley. If Keeley was here, my god, I've uncovered some things that he would love to know about this fucking game going on so far.
oh, Keeley wouldn't care as much as you think.
Oh,
With
alright
the
then, never
C?
mind.
Like he cared. No, the man, our friend. Yeah, Keeley with
Oh.
a C. Yeah. Not Jeff Keeley, the man. Or the Dorito Pope, if you will. He cares, but he's not wild about it like you are.
Gotcha.
But yeah, no, they showed off Rebirth. Looked real good. Um, to me, it looked like the first one, but prettier. Um,
Rebirth has got like team attacks for every single person. They're just, it's open world, totally open world. This is gonna be the biggest thing that they've done so far, and it is just, I cannot wait to get my hands on it. 2024, you're gonna be a crazy ass fucking year.
some wild stuff happening in 2024, early 2024. I'll be honest. So, all
Q1 is
right,
about to be a, it's gonna make people poor, unfortunately.
yeah, yeah. So, Summer Games Fest. What did everybody think? What's your rating?
Solid 8.5 out of 10.
Mm,
I'll go. I'll say I think I gave it an 8 the day of. I still think it's an 8 only because it still had the bloat, but at the same time, for a Jeff Keighley show, this is the best one he's done.
I would
It's
agree.
not really saying much, but it had some fun stuff in it. Like even though
His
I
last two
didn't
shows were just
care for
not good.
90% of the games, it had a good ending. It had a pretty good opening, and the middle was pretty cool. And like even though I don't
yeah,
care for a lot of the games, I was impressed by some things. So I'll give
they
it
had
an
a
8.
better mix of games in the showcase for sure.
Yeah, yeah.
A better variety. Pretty much like something for everybody, I think, at the game fest.
Yeah.
I'd also give solid 8.
All right. Kevin, you have a score you want to give or no?
No, I didn't watch it, so no.
Yeah. All right, cool. All right, we're going to go through scores for this one. Genesis, you said GTA 6 trailer. No. Death Stranding 2. No. Nickelodeon All-Stars 2. Absolutely wild for that one. No. Neil Druckmann. No. Mortal Kombat gameplay crossover with WB character. Half a point. No crossover with WB character. Tekken 8 trailer. No. Elden Ring DLC. No. Silent Hill 2. No. Persona 6. No. Armored Core. No. Dragon Ball Z. No. Payday 3. No. Madden 24. No. Lollipop Chainsaw Remake. No. Final Fantasy Rebirth trailer. 1 full point. And then you said Call of Duty 2023 Season 4 sneak peek. I gave you half a point because it was not a sneak peek, it was a full trailer. So, I don't know if you wanted to fight that. I don't know if you were okay with that. I don't know if anybody disagrees. Everybody seems okay with it, so we'll move on. Destinoto, you said Stellar Blade. No. Amazon Games shows off new game. That game they showed off was not new, so no. Kingdom Hearts 4, no. Devolver Digital Show Neva release window, no. Soulframe, no. Elden Ring DLC, no. Netflix shows a small game, nope, they showed a show. Neil Druckmann, no. Pragmata, shockingly, no. But you got a half a point because it showed up in the Capcom showcase. So you get partial points for that. You said Housemarque new IP. What? Still what? No. Then you said Nevergrave, The Witch and the Curse gets a gameplay trailer. Still no. Sonic Frontier DLC, no. Assassin's Creed Mirage, no. But half a point again because it showed up at the Ubisoft show. You said new content for Honkai Star Rail because it's your #1 game of all time. You got a full point for that. Then you said Liza P, and you got a full point for that. So your total score is 3 points for the Summer Game Fest. Genesis yours was 2, if I didn't say that out loud. All right, Kevin. Yeah. All right, Kevin, you said Grinding Gear Games PoE 2 reveals support pack for PoE 1, early access to beta announced at ExileCon 2023. I give you a third of a point because literally the only thing correct about that at this show was Grinding Gear Games PoE 2. So you got a third for that. Then you said Alone in the Dark. No. I really thought that one was going to be a point for
I thought for sure.
I got to be honest. I was like, there's no way that's not here. Then you said Gearbox Tiny Tina. No.
Yep.
Paradox Interactive Lamplighters League. No. Greedfall 2. No.
No,
New World.
it was at Xbox.
Lamplighters League was?
Yep.
Okay, you get half a point for that. Thank you. I didn't know that.
It wasn't much, but it was there.
Hey, it still counts. Then you said New World expansion trailer. No. Monster Hunter Now, no. You said COD 2023, Outbreak 2.0 trailer, DMZ Season 4 trailer, and links with Outbreak. I don't know if any of that was confirmed or shown. I know there was COD Season 4, but like...
The word DMZ did come on the screen, so how many things did you mention? Four
well, he said COD 2023, which I'm not giving a partial point for just COD 2023.
No, that's
Then he said Outbreak 2.0 trailer. That was not there, correct?
Right.
Then he said DMZ Season 4 trailer and links with Outbreak.
Okay, yeah, I guess not.
So no points, unfortunately.
Yeah, that's fine. I'm sorry. I just
I'm
DMZ.
Hey, I'm glad you clarified. So thank you for keeping me honest. Then you said Black Desert Online 2 trail. No. Then you said Baldur's Gate 3 final trailer before August release. Showcases Dragonborn and Githzerai, more subclasses for existing classes. Okay, so I watched it. I'm giving you the partial point for the trailer before, the final trailer before August release. They're probably going to put out another trailer, but I'm like, this is the only one that counts. So I'll give you that. I don't know if they showcased Dragonborn or Githzerai. I don't.
It didn't sound like it from articles I read.
Okay, and then they didn't talk about subclasses at all.
Yeah, I figured they would announce it because they still have yet to announce the Dragonborn class, and that is one of the basic ones from D&D. So I thought they'd be like, "Hey guys, guess what? We finished it, woo!" But they didn't.
But you got a third of a point for that, so it still counts. Then you said Dragon Age 4, no. Then you said Division Resurgence gameplay trailer. So the Division Resurgence showed up at Ubisoft, but it wasn't a gameplay trailer. So you didn't get any points for that, unfortunately.
Sad.
Then you said Lord of the Rings.
It was a gameplay trailer, though.
It wasn't gameplay.
They showed gameplay.
Did they?
I'm pretty sure that was, after this stupid, idiotic cinematic narration.
Oh, Kevin, hold on.
Towards the end, I feel like they had shown a little bit of gameplay, like actual mobile gameplay.
Give me 1 second to confirm. Kevin, I guess I might be saving you some points here.
It does say official CGI trailer,
Yeah,
but
it does. I'm looking.
I
Hold on.
feel like they showed something towards the end. But
So it's, I mean, it could be gameplay, but like,
they didn't really specify, I guess.
I mean, because it looks bad, specifically at the end.
Yeah,
It could be
yeah.
gameplay.
It looks like a mobile game at the
Yeah,
end.
they show it on the phone, and then like, all right, Kevin, I'm going to give you half a point because
All right,
Destiny
all
made
right.
a good case for you. All right, so then you said Lord of Latoria. Jesus Christ. You said Lord of the Rings Return to Moria. That's 1 point. Hogwarts Legacy DLC. That's another one I really thought you were going to get a point for, but no. Then you said Stray 2, no. Then you said Elden Ring DLC for your bonus, no. So you got 2.6 points in total.
All right, all right.
So, yeah, I'll do Keeley's, I guess. Everyone's going to be mad about this one.
Does that include that additional half point I fought for?
It does. It does.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. Um, for Keeley's, he said Hideo Kojima shows up. No. AC Mirage. No. He just said more AC Mirage, so I'm not even giving him half a point for it being at Ubisoft because that's not specific enough for me. Then he said Final Fantasy Rebirth trailer. Give him a point for that. Then he said a Spider-Man trailer. I am not giving him any points for that because the thing they showed off for Spider-Man was not a trailer. It was like some stitches of gameplay. It was just not a full trailer. Then he said CD Projekt Red more for Cyberpunk DLC. I'm giving him half a point because that was at Xbox's show. Then he said join Xbox community. That's the Game Pass commercial because it literally said join our community in that trailer, in that commercial. So he got a point. Then he said Scalebound, and if he got that, he wanted ×5 the points. I agreed to it because I knew it wasn't going to be here, so he got no points. He said a Netflix game will show, not a show, no points. Then he said Star Wars game, again, very vague. I could give him half points for the Ubisoft show, but I chose not to. Because we already knew that was going to be at something. We knew something about that. Then he said DC Project could be unannounced. No. Battlefield 2042 update. No. He said Sonic Project. I gave him a full point for that. Then he said new release Amazon game. Again, no. And then he said demo/game available end of show. That is another full point, unfortunately. And then he said a stupid razor accessory. That was a no. And he did not give a bonus. He has 4.5 points.
What the?
I know. Genesis, you sleeping over there? That's what I thought. A Wonder Woman gameplay was mine. No points. Hellblade 2, more to show at Xbox. Didn't show up here. Because I said more to show at Xbox, I still get no point because it did not show here, and that was a big part of it. I said City Skylines 2 gameplay reveal. I get half a point because that was actually at Xbox's. Then I said Death Stranding 2 release year. No. Skate 4? No. Elden Ring DLC? No. Silent Hill 2? No. Captain America? No. Armored Core? No. Crazy Taxi? No. Multiverses? No. 007 game. Damn it, Kevin. When are we seeing this? I know it's so early, but when we seeing it?
We're not until like 2025.
I need them to hurry up. Then I said Dying Light 2 expansion because we got that little thing. Dying Light 2 expansion was announced, talked about it, and an update, so I got a point for that. I said The Sims is back. It's absolutely not. Then I said Final Fantasy 16 trailer because I just felt like they were going to fucking pull that out. They did not. And then I said Spider-Man 2 gameplay. I get points because they showed the Spider-Man 2 gameplay from the PlayStation Showcase. So, good for me. And I got 2.5 points. So the winner of Summer Games Fest, that was Keeley with 4.5, then Destinoda with 3, then Kevin with 2.6, then me with 2.5, and then Genesis with 2. So, is Genesis sleeping?
I think so. Oh.
Hey, you.
I don't think this man has ever fallen asleep on this.
No.
Mm-hmm. Oh, he's awake. You awake, man?
Yes.
Okay, congrats. You lost the Summer Game Fest. You came in last.
Yeah, I know. I figured I would come in last.
Yeah. Don't worry. It gets worse.
Yeah, I know.
All right. Don't worry. Not for you. Not for you. It gets better for
It
you.
gets worse for me. Don't
No,
worry
it
about
actually gets better for you. I promise.
No.
In regards to points, it's better for a couple of you.
Oh, God.
A couple of us, it doesn't. So. All right, let me pull up my list for Xbox. Anything else about Summer Game Fest as I'm pulling this up? Anybody have anything they want to say?
Honestly, probably the best show.
Oh, out of
Just from the
everything?
list. Yeah.
All right, cool.
It was up there. It was one of the better ones.
All right. Xbox. This was 2 hours, but an hour was an actual showcase, and the other hour was a deep dive into Starfield. So starting off, Fable was shown off. Mostly in-game cutscene, or in-engine stuff. Richard Iowati was in it. He's a funny British actor. Looked cool. Looked neat.
I didn't get to see that.
Oh, you didn't?
I
Shame.
looked at the trailer.
I didn't see it either.
Yeah, it's just, I don't know. It's not really even much. It shows a little bit of gameplay, but like
Watch
barely.
the right Xbox thing. I don't remember it starting with that. It started with freaking Starfield.
Yeah, you might not have
Oh,
watched.
that's probably the Starfield part.
Yeah, there were.
Or... Oh,
Or some, I don't know, or last year's.
No, I watched. No, this is on the Xbox thing. Game Showcase Extended, or is that a separate thing?
Oh, they extended something else.
Yeah, the extended is something else.
Oh, for the love of Jesus.
That's the one that aired today.
Oh no.
Well, let me tell you something. That one, freaking terrible.
Oh yeah, that
All
one
it
is
was
not
was
a. That
devs.
one's not a showcase. That one is. They call it like, hey, we do a more deep dive into things, and they announced
Even
new
deeper.
things there. Yeah. So it started off with Fable, then they showed off another first-party game called South of Midnight. This was also like an in-game trailer, or an in-engine trailer. Honestly, I like the vibe, I like the music. The art style was pretty cool, but probably never going to play this. Then, why am I echoing so much? Is that you, Genesis? Is that your mic? Did you move your mic somewhere?
Probably. I'll fix it. Hang on.
Oh yeah, you were, okay. You
Is
were...
that better now?
Yeah, because you said probably I'll fix it. You sounded further away than I did in your mic. It was wild. All right, we're almost done. Pull up, pull out.
Pull out.
Pull up. Stand your ground. All right, then Ubisoft Star Wars Outlaws coming out 2024. Not going to be on Game Pass. One of the few games not on Game Pass in this show.
I wonder why.
Ubisoft doesn't agree to it. That was more so at the Ubisoft show. I know we're not doing a separate thing for the Ubisoft show, but watching the 10 minutes at the Ubisoft show, this game looks fucking incredible. And I gotta be honest, I might be buying this one. I might be into it. I might be all about
What
it.
game is this?
Star Wars Outlaws. It's like an open world Star Wars game made by Ubisoft, and they're like, we got to put all of our money into this, and if it fails, I think Ubisoft will die. So,
I hope it fails.
It looks like they've put millions into this because it just looks so high quality. It doesn't look like an Ubisoft game.
Oh, God willing, please, just let it fail and let Ubisoft go down finally once and for all. Let my prayers get answered.
But also, I thought it looked really good. Keely, I texted it to him, and he said it looked good. The environments and stuff, but also, it gave me a little vibe of Watch Dogs, where it looked a little too good. Like when they first showed Watch Dogs, so I'm a little nervous about that, so we'll see what happens. Yeah, right? Yeah. Because you're on planets, and then you blast off, and then there's space battles, and you can light speed to other planets. And it's like, alright, Starfield's doing this, and they've been working on that game for 85 years.
Watchdog it. Just Watchdog.
Then they showed off 33 Immortals. It's a co-op raid-focused action game. It's coming out in 2024. And then Payday 3 coming out September 21st.
Interesting choice with Payday 3. Like, that is... Payday is just one of those, like, very unpolished, like, shit-ass games. And I'm like,
It looked like
Xbox?
Payday 2. I did
Yeah, I was like,
not
Xbox,
expect...
what
Yeah.
are you doing, Xbox? But hey, if they want to show that, sure, whatever, fine.
Yeah, it's cool. Persona
Cool.
3 Reload coming to early 2024. It's coming to everything.
Oh god, Persona 3.
So is Star Wars Outlaws is coming to everything, and so is Payday 3. And then
Persona 3.
Persona 3 Reload doesn't include all the content. The internet seems to be pissed. Genesis doesn't seem to be, so get excited.
I'm excited. I'm happy to get that game.
Yeah.
Just give me that Final Fantasy VII Rebirth, and there's something else coming early 2024 that I want, and I can't remember what it is. I don't know what it is.
That Prince of Persia game.
Shut your fucking
Then
mouth.
Avowed was shown off, also coming out early 2024.
Everweed.
Everwed would be. Well, anyways. Yeah, so Avowed looked fine. Sea of Thieves expansion, The Legend of Monkey Island's coming out July 20th, or as
All
Phil
these
Spencer called it,
monkeys.
later this month.
All these monkeys.
And then a new Microsoft Flight Simulator called Microsoft Flight Simulator 2024. You kind of get to take on the roles of like I don't know, people in aircraft doing jobs, like dropping water on fires or rescuing people in a helicopter or any of that crap. It looked kind of interesting if you're a fan of Microsoft Flight Simulator. Kevin, so far, does this sound way better than the you watched?
I'm watching it right now.
Oh.
It's better than what I watched.
Oh, yeah.
By far, because
Oh, yeah.
what I did watch was like 70% developer
Talking
commentary.
and yeah. Then they announced the Dune dragonfly copter thing is coming as a DLC to Flight Simulator in November when the movie comes out. Pretty cool. Then they showed Senua Saga Hellblade 2. They confirmed that's 2024 now.
Mental disorder of the game.
Yeah, she hears voices and stuff. Really pretty, really cool trailer. They were like, hey, we showed you action last time. Here's a little bit of story. Looks real good still. Pretty excited for that to come out. Then Like a Dragon Infinite Wealth. It's coming out early
That's
2024. That's okay.
Yeah, that's Ishin.
It follows the same guy from the last Ishin game.
Yeah.
I don't know how he's here now.
He's
none
naked,
of that makes any sense.
and he seems like he doesn't remember anything. Maybe even his own name, but not that game.
Classic.
Then Fallout 76 Atlantic City DLC. Could be good. Then Capcom Path of the Goddess. Weirdly colorful game.
I don't know what that game was. I don't know where that came from. I was very confused when I saw that game. I'm like, what is this?
Capcom don't miss lately though.
Looks pretty good.
I know, I will say that Capcom's not missing, even though they delayed Pragmata.
Shocker.
But the small little bit of Pragmata I saw, that looked fucking sick. You sold
It
me,
looks way
Capcom.
better already.
Oh my god, Capcom, you sold
But
the
also,
shit out
it was
of me.
like it wasn't gameplay or anything, so calm down.
I mean, it was gameplay.
No, it wasn't.
Yes, that was gameplay.
If
That was
the
like
camera's
10 seconds of gameplay.
if the camera's not following the character, it's not gameplay. It's in engine. It's not. I'm not counting that as gameplay.
Oh, I mean, you had AI literally coming up to you and you dodged something. There was another one where he was walking away from something.
Yeah, you're watching him do that. You're not playing him.
It's a third person, isn't it?
Yeah, but it's not. It clearly was not gameplay. It was not like this is what this scene's gonna look like.
I'll go with the in-engine for this one.
Yeah, it's in-engine stuff, and then you follow the little girl. Like, there's no way somebody was controlling that.
regardless, you sold me. I like Pragmata so
Yeah,
far.
no, I'm not arguing that, but just saying. Then Forza shown, coming out October 10th.
Reboot.
Thank you. It's called Forza. I feel like that gets it across.
I mean, it's called Forza Motorsport. It's a reboot.
It's just Forza.
No, it literally it was called Forza Motorsport.
Wow. Check out this Xbot over here. Then Elder Scrolls
Wait.
Online, Necrom Shadow over Morrowind, update coming out June 20th. Then, hey, they said it was canceled. Overwatch 2 story missions coming out August 10th.
No, that's true.
What?
They're story missions. That's what they're releasing now. The PvE, the cooperative PvE campaign-like thing was completely canceled, and instead you get single-player story missions.
Yeah,
you have to pay for.
Kevin's right on that
Which you
one.
have to pay for, yeah.
Not free
I
anymore.
thought, I mean, the whole internet was confused because I thought reading the single player was completely
didn't really word
canceled.
it properly.
You were also confused, or thought the internet was confused about the Spider-Man Deluxe Edition.
Yeah, I
costumes,
just read that wrong.
Oh.
No. It's okay. The internet probably is confused because Overwatch 2 basically doesn't exist anymore. So, it's fine.
Oh.
I mean, Overwatch 2, the whole selling point was that co-op. And they're like, you know what, guys? This is just too difficult to make. Like, we're just, the stuff just isn't cut out for it. We don't have the technology we need. And it's like, what? You designed this engine from the ground up with this sole purpose, you dipshits. No, you're just too busy raking in money with half-assed crap. And plus,
Having the
Diablo 4
rakes
is
up their
probably going
own
to save you.
fucking
But,
asses.
yeah, lick your ass. Wait, what?
Lick my ass. Interesting.
They're taking the rakes and they're stowing the fucking money up their ass.
They really are. See, Desinato's got it.
Why did we go from licking my ass to throwing a rake into my ass?
Hey, man, I say go with the flow. Let's move
first. So
The flow was going to get
the money
interrupted by the
actually
rake.
goes up.
I need some ibuprofen. My ass hurts.
on. Interesting. You know exactly what to go for.
Help?
All right,
Think that's
then
gonna help?
Persona Tactica PST. It's coming out 11/17.
That's P5T.
Oh, is it? It did not look like a
Yes.
5, but I will take your word
Persona
for
5 Tactica.
it. God, that looked like an S.
It's the fucking stupidest game I've ever seen them announce. Atlas, you went and fucked up on that one. You literally released Persona just in a small chibi form. Like, what is Persona? It's a turn-based game. The fuck is Tactica? It's fucking just turn-based. I don't...
Wasn't it more like XCOM or...
How is that a 5?
It's a 5. Persona 5 Tactica.
Oh, I guess I see it. Okay. God, that looks like a PST. I was like, what the hell is PST?
I don't know why they decided
They made like
Pacific
a
Standard
Mario and
Time.
Rabbids.
The RTS.
Kevin, that's what I thought of when I was like, what the fuck?
Game.
You fucking losers. Alright, then they showed a trailer for Starfield. Pretty short, but then they made up for it, don't worry. Then they did Jusant Wall Climb. It's coming out fall 2023. It looks like you climb a wall, and I don't know. Keely and I were interested in this. And then I also was kind of interested in Still Wakes the Deep. That's coming out early 2024. Another underwater game. No idea why.
I said that was an Adam-looking game.
Did you? You weren't even on for the Xbox show.
Oh, I didn't say it to you. I said it to myself. I'm like,
oh, okay. Oh, you did the out loud thing. Like
I wasn't.
I
wasn't on for that show. No.
Got it. And then Dungeons of Hinterberg coming out 2024. Then Cyberpunk Phantom Liberty coming out 9/26/23. It's a paid DLC, but it also adds. Apparently, it fixes a lot of Cyberpunk stuff. the YouTuber Susie Hunter had a good tweet thread about it. I don't even think I shared it. The one that Desinoto watches. Um, she
The man?
Susie Hunter. She
The
she was
man?
talking about, a lot of people were talking about how it's just a complete overhaul of the main game, and a lot of it's like part of a free update to Cyberpunk. So get excited. Maybe it's time I finally play it. Then City Skylines 2 was shown off.
Oh my god, that
I
was,
thought
you
this
were
would
like,
be at the
what?
PC gaming show, and then it showed up, and I was like, hell yeah! I was so excited, but at the same time, I was like, yeah, cool. Can't wait. Coming out October 24th. Looks like a lot of quality of life improvements, and the game looks far prettier. It's also coming to console the same day it's coming to PC, so that's pretty exciting. Um, I don't know what I'm going to do. I don't know what I'm going to do. Might just buy it on PS5 and not buy it on PC. I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Um, and then, the Metaphor ReFantasio, coming out in 2024.
Interesting that this has not been confirmed as a multi-platform title yet. If this is an exclusive to Xbox, this is Atlus's first fucking exclusive game to Xbox, and nobody's gonna buy the shit out of this game. Atlus, you're dumb fucks if this is exclusive to Xbox. You absolute dumb fucking
It probably
retards.
won't be. I don't see them catering to a non-Japanese console that much.
Like, okay, if you look at the recent sales of any of the Persona titles that have just recently become multi-platform, there is less than like 20 to 15% of people playing on Xbox. People who already own the damn game on PlayStation just bought it again, and people who have a Switch bought it on the Switch. Like, there is a very small, minuscule amount of people playing on Xbox. Xbox is just not a JRPG console. Like, I know Microsoft is doing their everything in their power to make it so that the Japanese look at the Xbox console and say, "Yasu, I want to buy that console. Yasu,
Yeah,
I
that's what they
want
say.
it." And it's not happening. I don't understand that's what that thought process or that marketing or anything where you're sinking money into that. I don't know why that's even a thing. How that's a return for Microsoft, I have no idea. Zero clue.
Definitely probably not an exclusive, because the trailer did not
Yeah.
say exclusive, and they would if it was. So
So
they just pay for that marketing to not to
Keep
be
your
like, hey,
attention on them.
yeah.
so the other,
That's
so
about it.
Persona 3 and Persona 5 Tactica have both now been announced for everything else. That is the only game that they have not said anything like, oh, it's
They
coming to
also
other
haven't confirmed it
consoles.
as an exclusive, which is something. It's just an Xbox thing. They do this dumb shit. They're like, hey, this is a new IP. Let's have this sink in for a while, and then all of a sudden, like a couple weeks, maybe a month, maybe even closer to when we actually see more gameplay of it, they're like, hey, it's actually coming to everything. So I wouldn't
Yep.
worry too much about that. But hey, if it is exclusive, good for Xbox. Um, the next game is a co-op adventure called Towerborn. It's coming out 2024. Then Clockwork Revolution was shown off.
Bioshocky game.
This is absolutely right. This is like a it looked like BioShock. Looks like you changed the past, which changes the future. Curious how that works. I thought it looked really good. That's a first party game for Xbox, so I'm glad they're actually putting out stuff. And I hope PlayStation's
I
like,
don't
ooh,
know.
we gotta do stuff.
I don't know. I don't
Well,
know.
I'm like they're actually showing off things that they're working on, Kevin. That's what I mean by that.
Yeah. They did that already. Don't worry.
No, they haven't shown off
Coming
like new.
2026.
They haven't shown off like new IPs and stuff.
No, Kevin, he's right.
They
Because
said
PlayStation's
coming
so
in due
far up their own
time.
fucking ass. The Xbox is gonna stomp all over them. Watch.
I'm
This is
sure
the
they
beginning.
will. All right, so
This
let's
is the
talk
beginning.
again.
Don't worry.
We're not.
I
We're not.
gotta
It's not
smack you
over.
back
It's not
down,
over.
Mister.
It's not
Perfect
over.
Dark, Indiana Jones.
Hey,
What happened to
hey,
those? Those were
hey.
2020.
Hello.
All right, cool.
Well,
Sorry,
okay.
Adam. Go ahead.
Let
Go
me
ahead and
respond
finish.
first. Games now take about half a decade, so we should see Indiana Jones relatively soon Perfect Dark is in development hell. And Embracer Group just confirmed that they're still working with Xbox Studios on it, so it's still coming. So there you go.
I'm just saying. Any first-party
Again,
Xbox game, it's not coming out.
You want to
Starfield
know? You
is,
want to?
Forza
No,
is.
yeah, they got Starfield now. Starfield is gonna steal every fucking thing that's gonna happen this year.
Again, we don't need to get into this argument.
Spider-Man's
Hey,
gonna get fucked,
no.
and
Okay, first of all, no, it's
literally.
not. Spider-Man fucking sells.
No, it's not.
Okay.
You're absolutely nuts to think, oh, Spider-Man's gonna be not sold. Will it sell more than Starfield? I don't fucking know. Will Starfield sell
Yes.
more than God? I have no idea.
No, Starfield's gonna sell
No,
more
no,
than
no, no,
anything
no.
that's
That's I
come
am
out this
Jesus.
year.
Get the name right.
That did come out on PC. I watched the trailer and I was like, this is fucking wild. Did you watch that trailer, Kevin?
No, I didn't.
Kevin watched that trailer. It came out 3 months ago. Then they were like, hey, I'm Phil Spencer. You guys have been talking. Hey, Xbox Supply, you can find it anywhere. Yeah, Phil, we could already find it. Nobody's buying them. Then he was like, hey, the Series S doesn't have enough space. What if we up the space by like 250 gigs to 1 terabyte? And everybody was like, we need more, but okay, thank you. Also, it's coming in black, and it's coming out September 1st. You could pre-order now. Then they did a deep dive into Starfield, and I watched that whole hour, and I was like, I am fucking pissed. I can't platinum this because that game should have been on PlayStation. I'm upset. Xbox, you got to win with this one. It looks like. Um, they're really pumping money into this one. They're really trying to back it up. They've been doing all PR about it, being like, hey, this is the Bethesda game that has the least amount of bugs. What does that mean? It probably has a billion bugs, but it's still less than most of their other games. It looked really good. Even though I don't like certain things about it, it looked like Fallout in space, and that's what I want. So
What? This is Destiny, the single-player game.
no,
Yeah.
nah.
This game's
Gunplay
gonna
bad.
sell more.
It looked
than
like a
the-
Bethesda game. It didn't look like
Gunplay
Destiny.
bad.
No, this game's gonna sell like
The
fucking
gunplay
hotcakes.
still
This
doesn't look
game's
great.
gonna move
Still doesn't look great.
units. This game's gonna fucking
Yeah,
shit
I
on
also was just
Spider-Man.
non-reactive a lot of the time. They just weren't doing anything.
But
not even
they're probably
shooting
playing
at
on a
you.
dumb difficulty because they're probably bad at the game and all that. So
Yeah.
I'm curious. But the game looks far better than it did the last time they showed it. The one city they showed off was far more detailed than it was a year ago. So
It's running at more than
Yeah.
30 frames, so there's that.
now it's locked to
On
30 on
PC.
console,
Oh
Yeah.
my god.
which is fine.
Alright, automatically bad game.
That's not how that works, but all right.
Yes, it
It's
is.
gonna sell more than Legend of Zelda. It's gonna beat the shit out of
Alrighty.
Spider-Man.
Alrighty. So
Genesis,
more.
you need to stop.
Yeah,
You
he's
need to
tired. Leave
come
him
back
alone.
down to reality.
I'm in reality, man. This is the start
No,
of
you're not.
Xbox.
Hey guys,
No, you're not.
the first prediction
You
by
said that last year,
Genesis
remember this?
was the Series X and S price cut by $50. Incorrect.
No, it went the other
Keystone,
direction.
nope. Forza reboot, no date, whatever. You said Forza reboot, no date, some gameplay. They showed quite a bit of gameplay. It did have a date. The only thing you said was Forza reboot. I'm not even giving you points for that because it was just so many things. Like you just did not get it right. I'm sorry, my guy. Then you said first trailer for Elder Scrolls 6 wows people. Nope, didn't happen. Conkers, nope. EA Titanfall 3, no. Rumor just came out that they worked on it for 10 months and then canceled it. Then Time Splitters remake, no. Then you said Persona 3 remake, Game Pass day one. Correct, 1 point. Then you said WB Superman, you dick, no point. Then you said Black Panther and Captain America, nope. Then you said Gears 6, nope. Then you said Fallout Triple Pack, nope. Then you said Fallout 76 expansion, multiplayer, and free-to-play. That's true. 1 point. Then you said Lies of P didn't show up here, showed up at Summer Games Fest. You got half a point. Then you said Fable teaser. I did not see this as a teaser, since it was a pretty long trailer for it. So I gave you half a point. I just didn't give you a full point for that. So you got 3 points in total.
Wow.
Anything to fight, argue, dispute?
Should
You
have
happy?
taken more points away from me.
All right, cool. Destinoto, you said Showstalker 2? Nope. Then you said Hellblade 2 gameplay shown. That was gameplay. There's like a little stitch of gameplay where they're walking and they're getting through that crevice, and then it goes right back into a cutscene. So you got it. I'll give you that. So that's a full point.
Ooh.
You said Skull and Bones. Skull and Bones had a song at the Ubisoft show, and they had guys. I will describe the Ubisoft show to you guys after this, but I did not give you any points because they had like, hey, we're doing another beta. It just wasn't enough for me to even justify giving you points for that, unfortunately.
Another beta? Did the first one
Kevin, I'll talk about it.
All right.
And then you said State of Decay 3. Nope. Then you said Outer Worlds 2. They talked about it at the after show thing, saying that they're still working on it. So still no points, but it kind of was brought up. Then you said Everwild. No, I didn't see this anywhere. I really thought you were going to get that one. Then you said Starfield extensive gameplay with release date at the end. Okay. So we knew Starfield was going to be here, and we knew they were going to do a deep dive. And we all forgot that it already had a release date. I give you the full point because we're all fucking stupid. So congratulations. Kevin, you did forget because I brought it up and I was like, Starfield has no release date. We all said no. Literally all of us said no.
Oh, I was drunk. All right.
I even went back and watched the stream, and Genesis was like, no, I'm pretty sure, right? And I was like, I don't think so. And then Kevin, you were like, no. And then Destinoto was like, no. Like we literally all said no.
Oh, all right, we're just dumb. All right.
Yeah, super dumb. So he gets a full point for that. Then he said Forza Motorsport release date. Correct. Gave a date. Then you said Exoprimal. Not here, but it popped up literally everywhere else, so I gave you half a point for partial points. Then you said Warhammer 40k Darktide. They did show a Warhammer. It was 40k Space Marine 2, so no points. Then you said new IP shown. They showed quite a few new IP. And you got 1 point for that. And then you had no more predictions. Genesis, you got 3 points. Destinoto, you got 4.5. So, and you only had 11 out of 15 predictions. So, efficiency. All right, Kevin, you said Quake reboot. No.
Here comes the 0, baby.
Wolfenstein 3. No. Kevin, you'll be shocked. Then you said Age of Empires 4 Season 5, introducing blah, 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 blah. No. Then you said Indiana Jones, no. Perfect Dark, no. New Ori game. Oh, that would have been great. No. Then you said Elder Scrolls Online expansion. That's 1 full point right there. Then you said,
I said that.
I know. Then you said Tactical Breach Wizard gets a release date. No. Rise Son of Rome 2? No. Fusion Frenzy 3? No. Inanima, next game by people who made Lamentum? No. 343 Industries, new IP? No. Wolfenstein Enemy Territory remake? No. Enemy Territory Gears of War? No. And then a Crackdown remake? No. You got 1 point, so not a 0. Keeley said, Jeff Keeley shows up? No. Minecraft? Surprisingly, no. Halo Infinite update? Absolutely not. Live up to first party, no CGI trailers. I thought that was a stupid prediction because it was literally confirmed, and I still gave him no point for that because I was like, fuck you. Also, he's not really here. Also, he said new Arcane title? No, I don't believe so. I don't think so. I'm not going to look into it. Perfect Dark? No. Arc 2 update? No. He said more lively than last year. Very vague. He gets half a point for that. Then he said Fable. I'm going to give him a point for it because it was there. Then he said Call of Duty. It was at Summer Game Fest, but it wasn't specific enough, so he got no points. Then he said World of Warcraft. No. Then he said unexpected RTS game. As far as I can tell, there's no unexpected RTS game. So I said no.
There is, but don't worry about it.
Which one?
Shit. What's it called? It's a medieval game.
That was at Xbox?
No, not at Xbox.
See, so unexpected RTS game, I will say it's not one that can get partial points because if you just say in general unexpected RTS game, you could literally do unexpected action game, unexpected racing.
Oh, okay.
So I will not.
Yeah.
That one has to be. That one has to be
That's
an
fine.
Xbox.
Yeah, sure. Okay.
Then he said game published by Sony. Not even an MLB in a Game Pass trailer. So no. Then he said unexpected weeaboo. Couple unexpected weeaboos. So I gave him a point. And then he said Connect mention. No points. He got 2.5 in total.
Damn. Scored
Uh,
better than I did.
you got a 3. So I don't know how you did that math, but you did it wrong.
Scored better than I did.
I said Viva Pinata's coming back. Guess what, guys? Viva Pinata not coming back. Then I said Hellblade 2 release date. Got a release year, so unfortunate for me, cry. Then Indiana Jones game, no. Perfect Dark, no. Vin Diesel Arc 2, no. Avowed game shown, 1 point. Gears teaser, no. Official app for Game Pass on Steam Deck, absolutely not. Halo Wars, nope. Replaced, never heard of it. New IP shown, Xbox first party. I got specific with mine, still a point, because a couple new IP shown that were Xbox first party. Scalebound, no. Psychonauts 3, no. Lightyear Frontier release date. Lightyear Frontier got a release date at the Xbox thing. I think it was just a year though. Let me just confirm. Yeah, or it just says early 2024, so still no point. Fallout New Vegas 2, no. Total points, I got a 2. So Destinoto, you have won Xbox with 4.5, and then it's Keeley with 2.5, and then it's it's Genesis with 3, and then Keeley with 2.5, then me with 2, and then Kevin with 1. So, the winner of all this. Anybody have any guesses? Great. Nope, you were in third. Kevin, you're last with 4.4 points in total. So
I failed.
No, I said Kevin.
No, I failed.
Genesis, you were fourth with 7.46 points.
I'm so proud of myself.
Destinoto, you were in third with 8 points. I was in second with 9.6 points.
Wow, Keeley won, huh?
And Keeley won with a 10.5, but since he's basic and he's kind of vague with stuff, we don't really count him because he's not here. So I won. Really thought Destinoto was going to win at a certain point because he started to run away with some stuff in the Xbox show. So yeah, that's the scores. Anybody have any arguments or anything about that?
Xbox's era begins.
What's everybody's score for the Xbox conference?
9 out of 10. Listen, they had more exclusives than Sony. They had a game for everybody, unlike Sony.
They had 11 first parties there.
Yeah, more than Sony.
Oh yeah, I mean that's like almost quadruple. So.
Yep. Absolutely. This was Xbox's best showcase in a while.
As a showing, without what
I would disagree.
Hey, without knowing what the future's going to be, based on past, just as a showing, I think this was a very, very solid showing. I think Xbox really came out, and I thought it was paced very nicely. The hour flew by of the first games, and I could have watched Starfield gameplay for the rest of my life, I think. Because Kevin, it's my opinion. No commentary necessary until it's your opinion. So I don't think it's a 9 because there was nothing where I was like, oh my god, whoa, what the fuck? Because as I was watching Starfield, I was like, hell yeah. And for City Skylines 2, I was like, hell yeah. But I wasn't like, oh my god, I gotta fucking get an Xbox. That Clockwork one was the closest I went to WoW, but it just didn't quite get me there.
So I get the wow factor you're looking for, and Sony does the wow. Well, they didn't.
I got the wow. No, I got the wow for the Sony one with Spider-Man 2 stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, but that's not a wow.
Hey, again, this is just an opinion I have about the game
Sorry.
showcase. And for me, again, I know we disagree on the Sony showcase. I do also think it was a disappointment, but I rated that at like a 7 because I was like, I only really cared about Spider-Man. I got to see Spider-Man, and there were a couple bonus things that were cool. The Xbox showcase, I didn't really care about anything, and I walked away being like, wow, Starfield looks fucking great, and I'm pissed I can't platinum it. And then that Clockwork game looked fun. I like the music in that uh, whatever the first game or the second game was that they showed. Um, like everything looked cool. It was a well-paced show. Like I didn't feel like they spent too long on anything, but there was nothing where I was like, "Holy fuck!" Now, since my primary console is PlayStation, is there bias? Of course there is. I'm a human being. Can't do anything about that. But also, there was nothing like a Wolverine this year that was announced at like Sony's last cool showcase. And I honestly expected something like that at Microsoft, where they would have like some Marvel game, like here's Daredevil or something. But they didn't do that, and it's a little upsetting. I thought Captain America or something would be there. Genesis, you guessed that, and it wasn't there. So yeah, that's I give it an 8.75 for being good, but not blowing me away. Is Xbox is to lose this year? Xbox is to lose. Kevin, you want to go next?
Yeah, I guess. I'd do like a 7. Um,
Sure.
it better than what PlayStation threw together, but only marginally, really. I mean, they had a lot more. It was basically volume that pulls them through here. There were no huge announcements that like caught my attention, because most of the stuff we already knew about. The glaring thing, again, where is everything? What are you actually doing? Microsoft is so bad at keeping up with the development of big named releases. Perfect Dark, you should have threw something together. Indiana Jones, throw something together. Because you're coming off the back of these speeches and stuff that you've given where it's like, no, no, everybody, like, we realized we screwed up with whatever the fuck the game was, Redfall.
Hmm.
You know, guys, like, we're gonna have all these first party games coming. Oh yeah, all of them releasing in the year. Yep. We have all this stuff coming. You know, it's gonna be Xbox. You're gonna love it. You're gonna love our showcase. We know some people, really good people.
Sounded like Donald Trump.
Some people, we got the best people working on these games. They're coming out.
we got the best gameplay to show you. There's not gonna be CGI. We know everybody doesn't like CGI, so we're gonna show gameplay, and that's where they shot themselves in the foot because they probably don't have gameplay ready for Perfect Dark or Indiana Jones, even though it's been 3 freaking years since those games have been shown off. And I'm sorry, I pay attention to that kind of stuff when you're going to talk about a showcase and you're going to have these things come out. And there was just nothing here. Starfield's being shoved down our throat. That game still looks mediocre at best. The gunplay is shit. It looks like a single player Destiny game. Um, I don't know. Even if this was coming to PlayStation, I would be playing it.
Wow.
It just doesn't look good. It's like, okay, you spent all your time making things look pretty, but that's it. The base gameplay looks like boring as shit. But that's me too, and I shit on games real hard, so I don't know. Go me.
Go me.
But like, I don't know. Nothing grabbed me here. It was a good show
Grab you.
though. It was a good show overall. They showed stuff. They showed gameplay.
Hey, they didn't fuck it up.
No, they didn't fuck it up. But like, I also don't trust that any of these release dates are actual things. So prove me wrong. Xbox, the ball's in your court.
Also, fun little fact: you said volume here was good, better than PlayStation. This had 27 games. PlayStation had 33, technically 36. So less volume. So it speaks volumes on how this showcase was
Interesting.
presented compared to PlayStation.
PlayStation had 36 games, and how many
Technically
of them actually
36 because they announced that Metal Gear 3 game
Right,
collection, but it's
right.
33.
And out of those 36, what mattered? I don't know, 3 of them: Metal Gear, Spider-Man, and something else probably. That's it. There's nothing else that
I
actually
mean, it's
mattered
the
out
same
there.
thing.
We
that
don't
happened
have
with
to go.
Xbox.
We don't have to go back to it. Also, Final Fantasy 16 was there that you're buying. So there's
That's
that
it.
one.
That was the other one I was thinking of. There you go. There's
Plucky
three.
Squire
There's
looked
three of them
really
there.
good as well. Sword of the Sea
Shut
I
the
was kind
fuck
of
up.
Lucky Squire
into.
looks real good.
Phantom Blade Zero we were all pretty high on. Helldivers 2 looks kind of fun. Alan Wake 2 was
Helldivers 2
also
was something
there.
to watch.
AC Mirage I'm
Alan
going
Wake
to
2,
buy
yep.
eventually. Probably not day
Shut
one.
up.
So, I mean, you
That's
asked the question.
seems like more than 3.
Yeah, you
It's
asked the
3
question.
games.
You
No,
asked the-
it's 3 games, man.
Hey,
3
man,
games
hey,
because
hey.
3 games that mattered to PlayStation. Those were the 3 games that mattered to PlayStation. Everything else you can get on every other console as of right now.
Not true.
Though-
Not true. Only 16 were multi-plat. The rest were not.
Okay, so the ones that were not
I remember how
multi-plat-
I did the numbers, and everybody's like, "Why are you doing the numbers?" This is why.
Okay, so the ones that were not multi-plat, right? Did we actually get gameplay trailers for those? We
Some
just
of them.
got logos. We got some
No, we got
CGI.
gameplay for some. We got CGI for all first-party games, basically, except Spider-Man.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Cool. Destinato, what's your thoughts about Xbox?
Hmm. I think Starfield system at an 8.5.
Is that an up or a down? I don't even know.
Oh,
I think Starfield gives them a
otherwise,
6.
if
What was your base score? What's going on here?
if they didn't have Starfield, I think it would be an 8.
Oh, okay. All right.
Starfield bumps it up that half a point.
I start
Because they
watching
did
Starfield stuff again.
show what they said they would show, get into more. So,
Yeah.
and
Their
other than
deepest
that,
dive ever.
yeah, very deep. Some might say too deep, but
Well, the joys of you could walk away at any moment.
yeah.
That's what I did.
Not me. I watched the whole thing.
Otherwise, they showed stuff for their previously only CGI announcements, like Fable and I guess Hellblade as well. But
No, Hellblade they showed gameplay before as well
okay,
at the Game
they
Awards
just
that was
went
there.
into it a little more.
I don't think they've showed any CGI for Hellblade. I think it's all been like one
Yeah, I
scene
think
or like
it's
facial
all been.
animations.
If it's like a CGI thing, it's probably a cutscene within the game itself.
Yeah, remember when
I
they were like,
think.
this game's coming out in 2022, and everybody was like, no, it's 2023. And then they were like, guys, it's 2023. Then they were like, guys, it's 2024.
Yeah.
And it just seems like Microsoft's just giving them as much time as they want, because every time they show off like that game, like the graphics people go wild.
Yeah.
It's real
Good
good.
game. Good graphical game.
So,
Yeah, it's good.
The first one was too.
Didn't play it. Always
Lots of good
wanted to,
stuff.
like, but I don't know. All right.
Lots of good stuff in them. So
I'm going to talk about the Ubisoft show real quick. Don't worry, Genesis. It's not going to be positive. This was a show straight out of 2015. It had a very cool transition right when it opened because it was like a CGI woman, like for a Just Dance trailer, and then it went to the real woman's face, and it was like perfectly lined up, and it was great. Then after that, they missed every lighting and camera cue throughout the rest of the 2-hour show. Everyone looked blurry every time they came on screen to talk or on the stage. The stage looked like they were at a fucking Dave and Buster's on a little stage set up there in the back corner. It did not look like a E3 stage at all. The games they showed off, even the games that looked good, they didn't show off well. The Prince of Persia one, it looked cool again. The trailer they showed was cool, but then they talked about it, and I just was like, I'm out. I'm checking out. And I'm glad I watched it after because I skipped through. And then the Assassin's Creed Mirage. Destinato and I talked a little bit about this, but it's like they were like, hey guys, we just created this new Assassin's Creed game, and we're gonna show you how it plays. And everybody was like, "You've showed us this every E3 since 2007. We do not need to see how a basic assassination mission goes. Like, what are you doing? Hey guys, don't worry. We have a new technique that we use that we stole from Arkham Knight and Ghost of Tsushima and literally every other action game in an open world in third person." It's like, hey, I don't know what you're doing, but you're doing it wrong. Again, everybody was blurry when they came on stage to talk because the camera just didn't focus, and then they kept doing digital zooms. Like it wasn't real zooms in with the camera. They were just like clearly done as the show was going, and sometimes they would just zoom in on like half a person's face. It is absolutely wild how terrible this show was. And the last couple of years, they've been doing a pretty good job with their showcases because it's like it's got some people, they talk, they show the games, then they move on. This year, I don't know what happened. They stepped back in time. This was like one before they had Aisha Tyler. It was just very strange. um, the the Crew Motorfest they showed off, and it was like, hey guys, all your cars from the Crew 2 could be imported, which is cool, but at the same time, like, this looks like the Crew 2. Then they had like a DLC or game updates section, which is cool. Skateboards are coming to Riders Republic. Kevin, get excited.
Ooh.
I know we still have to get into that.
I know.
But yeah, and then they ended on Star Wars. I forget what it's called already. Outlaws. And honestly, it looked fantastic. Again, I still feel like it's a little bit of Watch Dogs energy, where it looked a little too fantastic. But if it lives up to that, like holy shit, that could be the Star Wars game. There was a really cool section where like you get a bounty and then the wanted flashes on the screen and you have to outrun like basically cops, and you like run to your ship and then you take off and then you're doing space battles and then you fucking warp away and it's like, oh my god, this could be something. This could be nuts. Also, the internet wants to fuck the droid that's in that game because they made him like a really cool suave macho man type, and people are like the way he walks, and like there's people online being like, hey, if anybody told me I would be in love with the father of a toaster, like it's fucking wild. 2023 is wild. It's real weird. The droid is giving off sexual energy, I will say. But it honestly, the 10 minutes I think is worth a watch if you have any interest in like Star Wars or an open
I'm gonna
world
take a look
game.
at it. You're selling me on this.
Again, Kevin, go in with skepticism because it definitely looks like a Watch Dogs situation where the lighting is wrong. There's too much dust in the air for this to be real. Because they show like, hey, at the end of the gameplay, they're like, where should we go? And the main character goes, anywhere we want. And then it shows her walking out of like buildings on like Tatooine and like other Star Wars locations that I don't know the names of. And it's like different lighting, different environment. It's like, how fucking big is this game? Like what's going on here? This some trickery's going on.
Was it a UE5 game? Or
I
did it
think
not
so, but
say?
I don't know. I would assume based on how it looks.
Yeah.
The one part though, the very beginning of the trailer, or of the gameplay, like transitioning into gameplay, it looks almost um, stop motion. It's very strange. Just for that one part, I don't know why. I don't know if it was like the stream cutting out. I didn't watch like it in 4K afterwards or whatever. I don't even know if Ubisoft uploaded that, but there you go. That's Ubisoft. I give that one a solid. If it was just the games, I probably would have gave it an 8. But based on the presentation, and if I wasn't able to skip through, I probably would have gave it like a 4. Because it's real bad, guys. It's real bad. Get drunk and watch it. I did not watch the Devolver one. I hear that Nina is not in them anymore, and I'm like, I don't know if I want to watch Devolver. Also, I heard the games there not great. Also, Wizard with a Gun was shown off. No release date still.
What?
I know. I looked out for you, Kevin. Still no release date.
Thank you.
Yep. But yeah, that's the end of that. Genesis, do you want to take us home, or are you already in Dreamland?
No, I'm here.
Oh, he's
Thanks
in
everybody.
Depression Land for
Did
no
we do
reason. Again.
Capcom?
Oh, what?
Did you want to talk about Capcom? I made a steak while it was
Just
happening, so.
briefly, I guess.
Uh,
No RE4 news other than the VR, which we already knew about, and then Pragmata, very. They delayed it in a very wholesome and cute way.
They did, yeah, it was cute.
Because if that girl wasn't there, I would have been so much more pissed. But because of how they did the delay
Oh,
with
they
the
did
little
show
girl drawing,
gameplay! Oh, Genesis, my bad. I totally forgot about the last part where she's, like, on his back and they're running.
yeah,
Oh, man. Oh, that's my bad. Sorry about that.
it's now like it wasn't like behind the character gameplay, but it was, um,
It was definitely gameplay.
yeah.
Yeah, I just looked it up. Holy shit. Totally forgot about that. I was making a mistake at the time. I'm sorry. Steak turned into a baseball glove. Apparently,
Oh,
if you don't stab the fat, it will curve your meat, which sounds really
oh.
inappropriate. But don't forget to stab the fat man. Steak was pretty good. Steak ended up being all right. Destino, I know you weren't here when I
Oh,
ate it,
you
but it
did.
actually ended up being pretty good. I didn't season it enough, which sucks
Oh,
because I was
yeah, I
like,
think I had that issue too. I feel like you have to put a lot of seasoning
every time I make a steak,
on beef
I'm always like, I
for
put way
some
too much
reason.
seasoning on this. And then I eat the steak and I
Uh,
go, wow, this was great. This time I was like,
yeah,
wow, I nailed the seasoning. And then I ate it and I was like, wow, I did not nail the seasoning. I did not put enough.
No, you gotta put
So,
a whole bunch on.
yeah, you gotta put a
yeah,
whole, oh man, I rubbed that thing
it's
for so long
weird.
too. I did not put enough on. Again, don't take that out of context. Just a straight man making
Um,
steak. Just meat on meat, you know what I mean?
then they showed some more in-depth Dragon's Dogma 2, some other small announcements
Apollo
with
Justice
Capcom 40th
trilogy.
anniversary. Yeah, the Apollo Justice trilogy. Um,
Everything's made on the RE engine.
yeah,
Bless you,
everything's
Kevin.
RE engine. Yep.
Yeah.
They're like, what can we make on the RE engine? And then the CEO was like, yes,
I think they briefly showed Street Fighter 6 again,
they did.
and very disappointed no more RE4 news. I think that was about it though. Oh, and
Oh,
Exo
Exoprimal, which
Primal. Yeah,
we
that
were kind of like, maybe we try this. Maybe
yeah
we try this.
looked interesting.
I gotta be
Much better
honest.
than the last thing they showed.
I said to Destinoda, every time we see Exoprimal, I hate it less.
Yeah.
I don't. It's probably not gonna be good, but Capcom hasn't
No.
missed.
Bad game.
Capcom has not missed
Thank
lately.
you.
But at the same time, Kevin's absolutely right. Bad game. But at the same time,
Bad. Just
It
bad game.
seems like a better fusion of like
fucking
Anthem plus like
Avengers is what I said
Destiny.
too. I thought it looked like an Avengers.
Yeah.
So Genesis,
As
like
long as they nail down that performance, it should be a decent game, I
based on the trailer we watched, they're not going to nail down that performance. But I honestly am like, if this comes to extra or something, I think we're going to do it. Isn't there a beta or something this weekend, like an open one?
Yeah, there's an open beta this weekend coming
So,
up Friday, Saturday, Sunday.
so boys, I might be available to do it Sunday. Um, so I
I'm
don't
not
know
even
if
playing an
anybody.
open beta for them. No.
No, you're not. Kevin's out. Kevin's
No.
out.
Damn.
Kevin, what if we play it and we're like, guys, most anticipated game?
I will call you all drunk.
It comes out next year. Kevin, I've never had a drink. Never even tasted a drop.
Adam, I don't care. The amount of grinding that you have to do in that game to get
They also
anywhere,
showed
no
the
thank you.
season pass thing, which kind of pissed me off too, a little bit.
Ah, season pass is so like, nah, I can't even be mad anymore.
Yeah.
But Extra Primal, dinosaurs, shooting guns. Can't wait.
Shooting dinosaurs with
So
guns.
bad.
Dinosaurs probably also have guns. I bet that's a boss. Guarantee it. Look at that game and tell me there's not a dinosaur with a T-Rex with a fucking submachine gun. You know what I
Honestly,
mean?
just play Killing Floor. Killing Floor is better.
No, that's bad. I don't want to play that. All right, Genesis, really take us home now.
Yes, it does,
All
buddy.
right. Well, this was the wrap up of the busy gaming weeks
Take
that
me
we've
home,
had.
driver.
Among other things. Thank you all for joining Crafting a Chat this week. Tune in next week again on twitch.tv/craftingachat, youtube.com/startingtoolate with 2 R's, and everybody have a nice night, and we'll see you guys next Tuesday.
Bye bye.